That was bad too. That's not even like a good one.
And welcome back to Stop, Drop, and Roll. We are a group of friends turned found family who love ourselves some Dungeons and Dragons. I am Daniel Kim, the DM here at Stop, Drop, and Roll, and we are so excited to have you all here back again for another week of some fun Dungeons and Dragons playing. Without further ado, let's go. Let's go ahead and introduce the cast.
Jesus.
We're gonna start off first of all with Gavin.
Starting off strong today. Hey, how you doing? Happy Saturday. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I'm Gavin. I play Poe, Swift Mist, Halfling, Ranger, and Warlock. Yeah, and his pronouns are he, him. Throwing it over to you,
Gavin, thank you so much. Can Andrew, can you jump on that mic, please?
Hey there, everyone. This is Andrew. Just like to thank you all for letting me come on the show today and let you all know that I play Joko. I'm the human paladin with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, but I mean, when we get into the game, you'll be able to see all that. And Joko's pronouns are he, him. So if I can throw it over to our last guest on the show,
Thank
Becca.
you, Becca. Can you take it from here?
Yeah, what's up, you guys? My name is Becca.
What the fuck is going on?
What's up? Our fandom. Fen is an Eladrin elf sorcerer. Fen uses they, them pronouns, and that's everything that I have to say.
Thank you all for being here. I'm so sorry. Anyway, some crazy news before we get started. We just hit affiliate, y'all, which is incredible. It's so crazy. Thank you all so much for your support. And now you guys can, like, if for some reason you still like what we're doing and you're still here, you can absolutely feel free to subscribe if you want. We would love to have you here. And yeah, I think that's the huge one, that the announcement that we've had. And I think without further ado, we'll just go in and get started with the show. So grab a seat. Have a drink. I messed it up. Grab a drink, have a seat, and get ready for some hot dice-based storytelling.
irredeemable.
All right, and welcome back. Sorry, I think our intro wasn't working today for some reason. This is just the most chaotic opening to a stream ever. Anyways, but yeah, welcome back. Last we left off, the Grim Troupe, having arrived in the city of Sanctuary, had traveled to the Feywild in order to seek out allies. And in doing so, they found the city of Sanctuary, fended off a demon attack that seemed to point to some sort of larger demon invasion, and they were starting to stumble upon not only allies and friends, but some secrets to Fen's past. They toured Sanctuary, where they got real drunk. Artie became a naked mole rat, and Joko learned that he held one piece of a powerful ancient artifact known as a Remnant of Desolation, but that it was far from complete and would need to be reforged. So, after they toured the various aspects of the city, they went down into the roots and interrogated the demon that they'd taken prisoner during the attack. They found out, and Poe specifically found out, that several demon princes were racing to invade and claim parts of the Feywild and material plane within close proximity of each other. Not only Grost, but also someone named Demogorgon and Jewyblex. But just as they were continuing to interrogate it, Poe raised up his bow and fired an arrow straight into the head of the demon, exploding its brains out as the demon was killed right in front of all the guards in the middle of interrogations. And the entire guards, and as well as the other troops, surprised, leaped up, looking out at their friend. And as Poe looked back, bloody ichor on himself and the bow in his hands. That is where we pick up our game today. You guys all standing in the middle of this wooden cage, looking out over at the form of your friend Poe, see him, the glowing bow in his hand, blood dripping off of his form as the collapsed form of the demon, still somewhat suspended in the wooden grasp of that cage, kind of suspending it like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Attack of the Clones. You see him standing there, and the whole place starts to erupt with activity as each of the Eladrin gets up on their feet. Shit! And they take their bows, draw, and all of them run into the room. Solaris drawing his sword and all of them pouring into where you guys all are. What are you doing?
I drop the bow and I just put up my hands.
Okay, the bow clatters to the floor as you put up your hands, blood dripping off. Solaris entering the room looking confused. Anything the rest of you are doing?
I'm not doing anything. I like jumped up maybe, and then I'm just kind of holding still.
Gotcha.
Wondering what the fuck is going on.
Sure. Artie has been translating for you this whole time, but even Artie has now stopped talking as you all look out at the form of this collapsed demon, and as each of them, you hear the notched arrows being drawn back, each of their bows facing Poe. Solar, all of them, like, look about ready to fire on him. Solaris jumps in. Hold! Do not fire! But what happened?
Telepathically, to Fen, I want to say, what the fuck is going on?
I've no idea. Poe, what are you doing?
Poe, what happened in here?
Captain, you have much bigger problems on your hands.
What?
This demon here, he serves a demon prince, Demogorgon. Do you know him? Have you heard that name?
I'm vaguely familiar.
All right, I'm going to lay this out for you. There's a demon invasion heading right your way. This demon prince Demogorgon wants Sanctuary as his own personal playground. This isn't some little demon pest infestation. This is a full-on planar invasion. This demon here, he's a spy for Demogorgon. He's a spy for the whole troop. These demons can talk to one another, connect with one another somehow. I don't know how, but he's likely been feeding information this entire time back to Demogorgon, which, is why I decided to take advantage of the situation and splatter his brains on the wall. I'll have someone clean it up. I promise. But right now, you have an invasion heading your way, and people are not safe. You need to take this outside of the city and bring it to them before they come to you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Can I don't know how much of that is true. Can I insight check that to see if he's lying? Do I need to go along with it?
You've been hearing Artie's translation to you this time. What he's saying checks out, even without an insight check. He's technically saying all the right things. These are all true facts. That Sanctuary is being targeted by Demogorgon and all these things, because Artie has been interpreting for you all. Oh my gosh, we're having like a flood of subscriptions. Holy crap, thank you all.
Yo!
Thank you guys so much. We'll shout you guys out in the end. But yeah, continue, Andrew.
Yeah, my question was like, what about the like feeding information thing? Because I don't really remember that.
Okay,
Was that something that Poe did Poe make that up just now?
No, that you can make an insight check for. Poe, are you trying to deceive with that, or do you want to persuade? Because you can choose a persuasion check or deception check.
Yeah, I think none of this. Yeah, I think this is persuasion.
It's persuasion. Great.
And it was a 16, by the way, for
16.
the persuasion.
Okay.
And you want insight from me, right?
Yes, insight from you.
My insight was a 6.
6. He's telling the truth. Everything seems to check out. You kind of lost some of the information. Like, you don't know what the fuck is going on with demon princes and shit, but like, it sounds like Poe is at least saying the right thing. You didn't know about the feeding information. Maybe you missed something. So you think he's telling the truth, because Artie's linked you all telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
You see Solaris straighten up his spine a little bit more, kind of taking in all the information, his eyes somewhat darting back and forth, looking at the floor. He raises his arm. Stand down. Put your weapons down. You watch as the Eladrin look at each other guardedly, and they unstring their bows and loosen the arrows from their shafts. Still holding them in their hands, all of you all in the room, the scent from the ichor now like kind of vaporizing on the ground. As you watch as the remains begin to turn into this slush and melt away. Alright. You said this is happening now. That sanctuary is being targeted for invasion now.
Uh-huh.
We need to talk to Lady Al-Nashra immediately and figure out a plan. Thank you, Poe.
All right.
Grim Troupe, thank you for getting as much information as you could. I'll explain the death of the prisoner to Lady Al-Nashra. Let's all come with me. We're going to go to the Council of Elder Trees at the top of Sanctuary. Move!
Right.
He gives orders. You watch as each of the guards immediately split out from the prisoner's room, and they all begin like taking formation and like sailing up to the middle of the roots and starting to climb up the tree. Yeah.
I'm going to pick up my boat, sheath it on my back once again, and as I'm walking with everyone, I just want to like in the like gathering of Fen and Joko and Emran and stuff, just through my teeth be like, trust me, just trust me. And then I'm going to keep walking and following the captain.
Okay.
Telepathically to Fen.
Telepathically?
Yeah, because we're not linked to Poe, right? Because
Correct.
yeah, Poe decided not to link us. Telepathically to Fen, I want to be like, he's making it real fucking hard.
Yeah, you fucking telling me? What the fuck was that?
I have fucking no idea, but we're fucking in it now.
All right. You guys say this kind of frantically, thinking amongst yourselves as you all begin climbing up the tree of Sanctuary, moving up towards the familiar site of where you initially came in after the prison, going up to the top of Sanctuary. As you climb higher and higher, the branches get less and less dense, but like going out to that crown of a area with the little indentation with that little council circle with the sakura tree, the aspen tree, and the oak tree all around the perimeter. And after a bit of time, Solaris comes up, takes a knee at the edge of the crown, and shouts up, Lady Al-Nashra, we must talk! And after a brief moment, you watch as through the tree, gliding straight through it, comes the large, beautiful, fierce form of Lady Al-Nashra, looking down on you all in this like elegant, like almost sheer gown that kind of comes down, the silvery cloth that goes down all the way to her feet and then trains back about 2 feet as she looks out at you all. What seems to be the situation, and why the urgency with which you summoned me? Lady Al-Nashra, we have dire news that we need to share with you regarding the demon attacks as of late. Poe and the Grim Troupe, you have the floor. You watch as some of the trees begin to kind of like sway as they seem to wake up, and you hear them begin to murmur a little bit.
Lady of Spring, these demons are not a pest that are going to go away. You have on your hands a full-blown, planar, demonic invasion, and they want the ground, or the wood, on which you stand. They're coming for Sanctuary, and not just Sanctuary, there's and I'm kind of looking at the rest of the Grim Troupe with like grave ass eyes. There's a three-pronged, or not three-pronged. There are 3 simultaneous invasions happening on 3 separate planes. And the thing is, they're racing each other. They're competing. Somehow time is of the essence. This is not an idle thing that will take years. They're doing this now. So I advise you take this fight out of the city and you bring it to them in any way you know how, because otherwise thousands of dead Eladrin will die, and they will be dead.
She takes a moment and kind of looks over all of you, trying to gauge your expressions and what you think. And she looks out. She purses her lips and brings her hands clasped together in front of her. You must understand, Grim Troupe. After the invasion against our walls, I cannot afford to bring more of the Rangers outside of the city limits than I absolutely have to. To devote all our resources to fighting demons at a source that I do not know is unwise. For me and for my people. I can spare maybe one group. But to fight 3 different locations at once, that is outside of my control. And outside what I'm willing to do. If, however, you wished to assist, I and our people here in Sanctuary would reward you handsomely.
As far as we know, you don't have to worry about those other 2 invasions right now in your plane. If you owe an allegiance to the material plane, then maybe that's different. But what we know as of now is there's 1 invasion under 1 demon prince coming to you. I'm
Very
willing
well.
to help.
Her eyes kind of like perk up, like hearing that. She looks out at the
And I
rest
kinda
of you.
Gesture my hands out to the rest of you. Yeah.
I'm willing to help too. Whatever you need.
Joko nods.
Artie and Emran do the same. Very well. I thank you, Grim Troupe. I thank you for your constant support and your rapid trust of us after your visit to the Great Sage. Like you said, it seems time is of the essence. Captain Solaris, I'm putting you in charge of the force that is going to scout out, and also your partnership with the Grim Troupe. As for me, I will inform our citizens. Council of Elder Trees, is there anything that you would like to add?
I have nothing to add. Simply, thank you. And we will stop them from coming to Sanctuary at any cost.
God, you're so cool. Man,
Oh,
these trees.
stop it.
Oh, you're just... Did you guys hear that? Or is it just... You
Fen-
hear that, right?
Fen like throws an elbow into Poe's side. I guess I have to squat down to do it, but I will.
Oh, shit.
I'd say you're all kneeling and Poe's probably standing up and you're about the same height. Tugunk, and you
Perfect.
elbow him in the side.
Oh, okay.
Right in the temple.
Knocks him out. Oh,
Okay. Lady of of Spring. Oh boy. Before we embark on this, can I make a request?
What would that request be, Poe?
You've known my friend Fen here for a few days now, but I get the feeling that you probably know them much longer than that, and their family. I don't really know where Fen was born or where they're from, but they seem to belong here. So, if there's any Feywild magic, Feywild privilege, if you will, belonging to an Eladrin elf, I would request that Fen has access to it all.
Fen is staring at Poe, like, eyes wide. And, they sort of, like, glance up at Lady Alanostra hesitantly, with their head, like, a little bowed.
They squint their eyes at you, Poe. Oh, go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Hey, Artie, you want to put your hand on my shoulder?
Oh, God.
That's a 4.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
She squints her eyes at you, Poe, and looks to Fen. I appreciate what you are doing. But as for matters that occurred within our plane, I would suggest that you leave that. leave them until they can clear their mother's name. Until then, I have no such intentions.
I nod and take a step back.
Fen nods too and bows.
Well then, time is of the essence. You are dismissed. The council is adjourned. She waves her hand, and she melts into the tree and vanishes.
Fen turns to Poe and says, "What the hell was that about? You don't think you should talk to me first before saying something like that? These people don't trust me, Poe. This isn't just a matter of something bad happened years ago and they've forgotten about it and they're ready to move on. You don't understand, all right? And so I would appreciate it. I understand. Look, I know that you're just trying to be helpful, but I would appreciate it if you would just stay out of this, all right? It doesn't have anything to do with you. Barely has anything to do with me.
I think it does, because we need this, Fen. We need that. Whatever they're keeping from you as we navigate this plane, that would be invaluable. And yes, I think they owe it to you to trust you, and I think we all gotta trust each other real quick. But also, we need whatever that would be. And
What are you fucking talking about? Whatever what would be?
I don't know. It's magic, man. It's magic.
What do you mean it's fucking magic?
There's
All right?
like people control the woods with their singing and the other stuff. It's just.
Yeah, who fucking cares? Let them fucking sing to the trees all they goddamn want, okay? Why does it matter that you want that for Fen so bad? What the fuck?
I don't
That
know.
you're willing to ask on their behalf.
Joko,
I
I
don't fucking
think
get
that
it.
he's just trying to get us any advantage that we can take, and I appreciate that. But like I said, you should probably keep your mouth shut when it comes to things that you don't understand, like magic. And like this plane, and like these people, and like my family, alright?
Snow is gonna pull on your, the edge of your train, Fen.
Fen looks down. What?
I think little halfling man just cares about you, Fen. Just like we want to see you, know your family and feel at home here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Poe. That was out of line.
No, hey,
It's just
I
a-
get it. I don't like people messing in my stuff either. I'll ask next time.
Thanks. It's just, I don't understand why I'm having to do so much. It's like I'm having to make up for something that I didn't even do. But it's
Yeah.
fine. Artie, maybe you can talk to me about what you learned with the magics?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like like you have to when I normally weave magic, it's like I think about using it, but instead of using it, it's kind of like you have to ask it for permission, like it's a thing, which is kind of weird. That doesn't really jive with my normal theories of how magic behaves in the natural world, but I thought it'd be interesting to learn and respect that.
Right.
Sorry, was that
Well, maybe we
did
can
I
practice.
I don't know if that was helpful.
We can maybe find some time to practice later and see if I can get the hang of it.
Okay, yeah. Captain Solaris takes a few steps forward. Listen, I couldn't help but overhear. We're going to get ready to get leaving soon, but do you mind accompanying me to the ceremonial grave for for a moment.
Yeah, of course.
Fen, especially you.
Yeah.
You want the rest of us to come?
You're more than welcome to. Think of it as us finishing your tour.
All right.
Right behind you, Finn.
Solaris begins going down the tree at a brisk jog now. There seems to be, a little bit of urgency in what everybody is doing, but especially what you all have kind of, began to, whatever ball you've begun to roll down this hill, you watch as, things are picking up speed within the life of Sanctuary. As what was normally, relatively calm and peaceful, there's an air of tension surrounding everything now. As you hear more and more people learning about seemingly the demons and their intentions for Sanctuary. But after a moment, as you all begin descending down Sanctuary, you come to the edge of Sanctuary as Solaris takes you down to the ground floor to the Grove, and towards the back of the city, in a secluded spot that you didn't see, there are not just a number of, but dozens and dozens and hundreds of trees, as there are all over this Twilight Domain. But specifically here, you see there is these grove of trees, all fastened with these multi-layered lights, and each of them seemingly have the impression of a face over the front. And Poe, you're struck immediately by how similar it looks to Melchizedek's passing a long, long time ago. But as you look out, you watch as even right now, you see as the priest, Ilfendorel, is currently seemingly tending to a couple of bodies. A couple of the Eladrin are burying some people who were still, who were killed the day before. And you watch as Ilfendorel and all of them surround it and sing. From the basis of where the corpse is buried, roots begin to grow up, and a tree grows out of the grave, and there is a face, the same face of the corpse on the front of the tree, just faintly in its bark. And as you look out over all of these spaces, Solaris turns back to you all. Fen, our people return to the wood when we expire. When the life that we've lived has finished, we give it back to the wood, and the wood sustains us, and its cycle continues. And it is an honor for us to join in this community as all of our roots stretch together. Your mother is not here. She's not here.
I know. Fen is looking out at the scene, and they're just kind of in awe, and they're even crying a little bit, just a few tears are falling down their face, and it's one of the most beautiful things that they've ever seen, and also at the same time feels familiar and deeply correct in a way that they can't really put their finger on. I don't suppose that if I were ever to bring her back, that she could be buried this way. Her body is in, the material plane. I didn't know what to do when she died, so I just buried her in a cemetery in Busan. I get it if she's not welcome.
Fen, it's my lifelong dream to see your mother honored here. She's not. But I dream of one day when you and I and your friends can clear her name. And we can bury her here. And and she can be welcomed again into this community, where she belongs, and where you belong.
I would do just about anything for that, I think.
I'm gonna look over at Emran and say, okay, add that to the to-do list.
And it's like, oh, okay. And starts writing and jotting down a couple notes.
Thank you for showing this to me. Is there
course.
anything that we can do to pay respects to the fallen?
We remember them. We sing with them. And then we live life as fully as we can, so that they can be proud of us once we enter this grove.
Fen nods.
Solaris is gonna offer like an arm to pat you on the back if you were willing,
Yeah, kind of let that happen.
and they do so. As he kind of puts a reassuring hand on your back. If we defeat
Alright.
these demons... Oh, sorry.
No, please.
I'm sorry, I need to shut up.
If we defeat these demons, I think that maybe we can make a way for her to come back here.
Fen nods again, wordlessly.
Take all the time you need. I'm going to be at the barracks, and when you're ready, meet me there. He bows, sings and hums a small tune underneath his breath, and then he turns and he exits the grove.
Fen takes another look out over the grove and turns back to everybody and sort of goes down the line and looks them all in the eye and says, I know this wasn't really part of the plan to come here, and we've kind of got ourselves wrapped up in something probably bigger than we expected, but I just want to say thank you to each of you for being here with me and for seeing this through. It means... well, it means a lot to me. So thank you.
Okay, this is part of your story, if you will. This is part of your life. So it becomes ours. It's kind of how this has been working. So we got you. We're happy to be here.
Snow's gonna run up and give you a hug, Finn.
Fen hugs her back.
I love you, Finn. I swear, I'm gonna help you, for sure. Whatever you want to do.
Thanks, Snow.
Yeah, Emran added
Yeah, I
it to
love you
the
too.
to-do list, so it'll definitely get done at some point.
Oh, yeah. There's, got a lot of things on here.
Oh, well, if it's on the to-do list, then...
You know it's official, then.
Yeah, right. Joko, I know you're not really one for, sensitive conversations. I'm not really either, normally, but, thank you, and I promise that once we get through this, I'll help you find your son. I'll do whatever it takes for you.
Thanks.
All right, well, enough of this. Let's probably go get ready to kick some ass. What you say?
Yeah, let's mess up some demons.
Yeah! With a little bit of wiping of eyes and redetermination in your hearts and in your minds, you exit the grove.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
Will you...
Yeah.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Will you check your DMs really quick?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky. Whisper, whisper, whisper. My Discord DMs?
Yes.
Okay. I am not seeing anything yet. Okay. 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 Sure. As you guys are walking out of the grove, if any of you wanted to make a perception or insight check, you guys could.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
That is a nat 1,
Oh
baby.
no, Fen. There's a fire in your heart. You know what you're gonna do. Boom. Ain't seeing
She's
anything
just
but the path
storming off.
ahead. They're seeing nothing but the path ahead. Bo, how about you?
That's a 24.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay.
As you're walking back, you notice that Joko is a bit there's a bit of a wistful, melancholy expression on his face. A bit of a deeper sadness than you're used to seeing from him. Seemingly after Fen mentioned his son.
I'm gonna come back to him and sort of just stand next to him. It's a little awkward, and look wherever he is looking. Just stand there.
Joko's probably looking at Fen. At like the back of Fen's head as we're all walking off.
All right.
So, you good, Joko?
What? Fuck off.
Oh, okay, cool, great. I tried. I'm walking.
Are you good? You gonna fucking kill anyone else? Keep your fucking bow away, huh?
Maybe demons, but not you, buddy. Not you. And I just keep walking.
All
You
right.
gotta fuck him. Joko's gonna say under his breath as he walks away from Bo.
All right. As you both begin walking away. In no time, you guys make your way to the barracks. Fen, definitively in the lead, and you hear the general like strapping on of multiple pieces of armor. You see as Solar seems to be leading a group of the Rangers just to like equip themselves with various components. There are two short swords at his side, a bow slung over his back with like a quiver hanging at his hip. You see a number of others are also going around, and he's kind of like barking orders at a couple. And after a moment, he looks over and he sees you walking towards him. All right, Grim Troupe. We don't have a lot of items for spare, but Lady Aldenasha requested that we make a couple of things available to you. And he stretches out and he puts out in front of you, he holds out what looks to be this studded leather armor woven with silver with the same leaf-like decorations across its surface. And then in the other hand, he stretches out what seems to be a wand of some sort. It's twisted from this white wood that kind of like spirals out with these like flower, like lotus-like shapes all up its spire and comes to a point with a small blue gem at the top.
Whoa.
This is all we can spare, but I'm hoping it'll be helpful to at least some of you.
Can I look at the armor?
Yes.
Can I investigate it?
Yeah, sure, please do. Make an Arcana check or an investigation check, I guess.
Okay.
Could you fit in that armor, Poe?
You know, we're gonna find out. 16.
16. Yeah, there. It seems to be studded leather armor. It seems to be giving off a faint magical essence to it. So you imagine it's somewhat magical.
What's the sizing? Because I'm a child's medium.
We can adapt for you. We'll make it work. We can tighten some straps.
Okay.
You're gonna have to really tighten some straps.
Now, without.
Don't say that too loud, Rampo.
Does anyone else? I mean, I honestly don't even know what this is, and I honestly don't even know if it's better than what I'm wearing, but I like it. So,
just for you guys to make it easy, this is a studded leather armor +1, and then there's the wand is a spellcasting focus +2. So it's +2 to attack and damage rolls for the spellcasting focus.
Ooh.
Joko's
like
gonna
that.
pick up one of the sets of armor and kind of like shake it as it like kind of lightly jingles with like the leather. Like, you got anything a bit more durable?
Solaris
this
gives
is-
you a once-over over
it-
your full plate armor. Friend.
I'm wearing splint.
Oh, you're wearing splint mail.
Ooh, dang.
Well, we could have Delinaris commission something for you. If you want. It seems like this may be a multiple-day trek or multiple-day thing that might require us to return to Sanctuary. So, if you wanted to put in an order, I could have Delinaris make it by the time that you return. What were you thinking?
Like something to cover me up a bit more. Maybe some splint. Maybe some plate.
Some place. Well, we're normally not used to making such well, I'm not used to wearing such bulky armor. It often gets in the way of traveling through the woods, but I'm sure Delinaris can do it for you.
I prefer it over getting hit.
That's fair.
That's just my own. That's just my own.
How
thing.
much? Just how much currency do you have to exchange?
Don't you have all our money?
Me?
This is
What do you mean
this is Gavin saying it. Aren't you like carrying all our money? Wasn't that the thing?
No, I had one. I was only ever given one platinum piece.
I think maybe Artie has the party funds.
Oh, maybe
Does
it's
he?
Artie.
Does Artie have?
Sweeney used to carry all the money because he was the
Regardless.
only impulse control in the entire group.
Sure.
Fennel cut in and
Joko is
say,
never got anything.
Fennel cut in and say he's got about like 75 gold pieces.
Oh right. Let's say we put it on credit then, yeah, and then we'll have.
I have
redeem
some
when you
more
come
on
back.
me if you need me to help you out, buddy.
I've got 75 and it's yours if you want it.
I have
Thanks.
129 and it's yours if you want it.
What if we put it on stopping a demon invasion?
Yeah, can we open a demon tab?
Sure, if you wanted it after we stopped the demon invasion.
I just started now.
Fair enough.
How about we put on credit, but our first payment of the month is after the invasion?
Sure. Why don't we put it on credit for right now, and you can redeem it once it's done? Yeah. Does that
Pushes
work?
up his glasses.
All
Sure.
right. Great. We're going to do that. I'll have Delinaris get started on it. Does anyone want to take the spellcasting focus?
Yeah. I'll take
course.
it. Wait, sorry, what does it do?
This will. I know that you're a spellcaster. I've seen you weave shadow together. It will make your attacks that land against a target instead of in an area. Those will be a bit stronger and easier to hit.
Yeah, great. Sure.
Right. He hands it over to you.
Yeah.
So you
There's
can
only
add
one
a.
of each?
There is only one of each, correct. You can add the spellcasting focus +2 to your inventory now, and that's +2 to attack and damage roll. So it's not to your save, your save DC.
Yeah. Which do you? Maybe this is too meta, and obviously I don't
No,
know, but like
What's up?
most of my spells are saves.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if it is better in the hands of somebody who has more like to hit attacks. Although,
I'm pretty sure Artie
Artie's not
doesn't have
here.
any to hit attacks. Magical.
Okay, work. Well, it at
Um,
least increases damage, right?
It does increase the damage, yes.
All right. I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time for my tiny brain?
Yeah, of
It's
course.
Plus what?
+2 spellcasting focus. You can look it
Okay.
up. You can look it up.
I can Google it.
Yeah. All right.
I'll grab the armor then. And,
Okay, sounds good.
try it around myself.
It's a +1 studded leather armor, so it scales with your dexterity modifier, and then also it's you can just look it up. Studded leather armor +1.
Sweet.
Noise.
Sweet. I did. Perfect.
All right. You see, in the meantime, as you guys are trying on the armor, Solaris is barking out a couple orders. He calls out to one of the soldiers. He says, "Smiler, go ahead and take a group. You're going to be scouting to the south. And then Alicia, I know we already talked, so you can stay here with your brother for right now. As for the rest of you, you're with me."
Aye.
Yeah, a couple of voices from the crowd. "Aye, Captain." "Yes, sir."
Poe also. Aye. Uh-huh. Aye.
All right. As you guys are getting ready. All right. Okay, so we're basically going to go out to try and scout wherever these rifts might be, or this rift, if there's a singular one. I have a group scouting in one area, and I was planning on having another group scouting. So wherever you all decide not to go, basically, I'll have other groups coming out, and I'll do my best to support you all.
Great. Yeah, I imagine I mean, if this has been happening for a while, you have an idea of roughly where these attacks are coming from?
There is, maybe somewhat. It's kind of investigating where the corruption is the worst in the forest, which is not something we're usually eager to do. But if there's going to be some sort of incursion anyway, that's where it's going to be. I have to imagine. Are you all... Mind you, this is a very dangerous mission. He kind of puts in a hushed voice to keep away from Snow. Do you want to keep her here for the time being? I can have her be with my children and with my spouse.
You know, that might be a good idea, but I don't think you should put her with your kids. See, Snow's a bit of a, and I'm looking at Fen, a bit of an adventurer. I think she needs a little.
Right.
She's gonna get restless real quick if you don't give her something to do.
I see.
Let me talk to her really quick.
Sure.
Hey, Snow.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you?
She's sharpening her blades against like one of her whetstones. Yeah, what's up?
Look.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really gonna like this very much, but I'm wondering if you would be open to splitting off from the group and taking on a sort of a different mission.
What sort of different mission? Without you?
Right. And I know that these demons are scary, and like, obviously I'd rather be together if we could, but see, Solaris over here, he's a bit worried about his family back in Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Like, if we're not able to stop the demons when we meet them and they get back, like, you know, he's out in battle, who knows what's going to happen to him. He's worried about his wife and his kids. So
okay.
I thought, hey, I know someone who might be good with kids, being able to keep them calm and protect them.
Are you going to make me a babysitter?
No, not a babysitter, more like a bodyguard.
I need you to make a persuasion check or deception check for me.
I will go with persuasion.
Okay.
15 plus 5 is 20.
Ooh. Bodyguard. Okay.
Yeah, like,
so
know,
like
he's
I protect
the
his family.
Right, yeah, like, if the demons are gonna be tearing into the neighborhood, like, they don't know how to protect themselves. They're just civilians. They're not an adventurer like you.
Right. If they tear into the neighborhood and their life gets flipped right upside down, okay, yeah, I can protect them.
You'll be able to keep a cool head. You'll know what to do, and you can keep them safe if they need it.
Gotcha.
And it's up to you. If you want to come with us, that's fine, but I think it would really mean a lot to the captain, and he's been really helping us out since we've been here.
Okay. Well, you told me I have to get paid, right? Because this is like, me defending someone's family, and it's real important.
Yeah, it's a job.
Okay.
Definitely. You'll make
Okay.
minimum wage at least.
Yeah. All right. I'll do that.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Hey,
Fenn's gonna come back to the group. Oh, yeah.
Be careful out there, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. She runs up, give you a hug, and then like immediately backs off.
All right, guys. Seems like Snow's gonna take one for the team, and she's gonna be keeping an eye on your family for you, Solaris.
Oh, you're going to...
She's gonna be staying with her auntie and her uncle in the tree air.
Yep.
She's gonna be protecting them. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like the princess of Trier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She gets real excited. Solar says, I don't understand this reference. Why don't you go ahead and go up to my family? And
Well,
I
very
will,
smooth,
So-
Daniel.
I stepped away for a moment, and I'm so happy, Andrew, you picked up on that, because I too was like, Daniel, was that a... I'm so happy.
And you watch as subtlety is completely lost on this show. And you watch as she goes
You
up
throw
and
out the fucking window. You refuse to let that shit
she
slide.
walks up that. I wanted people to recognize my joke. Okay, as she walks up the tree and starts heading in the direction of Solaris's house.
Really quick, Daniel. When she's gone,
Yeah.
I want to sort of turn to the group. Look, I gotta say, I'm starting to get uncomfortable with all the lying that we do to her. Like, I know that she is still a kid and she's vulnerable, and sometimes we have to do things to make sure that she stays safe, but like, at some point, we've got to treat her like a member of the group, right? We've got to be honest with her.
You want to start right now? I can go over there and tell her that we're leaving her here because we're going on a dangerous mission and she's gonna die probably.
No, I mean, no, I just want
And
to
then we
say,
keep lying
like,
to her. What's the big deal?
okay, well, it's a big deal to me. Like, she really trusts me. All right, never mind. Obviously, nobody else feels this way, so let's move on.
I mean, I didn't lie to her.
All right.
Lol.
Oh, by the way, Solaris,
Yeah.
and Fen is gonna hand him 15 gold pieces.
What the hell is this?
When we get back at the end of all this, can you give it to her as like a fee for protecting your family? God, I feel like shit about this.
You were just saying about not
She
deceiving
thinks-
her, yeah? I'll give her
Yeah,
payment myself.
I know, but
Puts the 15 gold back into your hands. I'll just give her payment myself. She is protecting my family, after all.
I mean, she really will. Like,
Exactly. So
Right,
I'll pay her what an adventurers do.
all right, thanks. Appreciate that.
You do know I have kids of my own, right?
Yeah, I gathered.
Yeah. They want to be treated like adults, you know.
Right, so like, what?
Yeah.
You feel fine lying to them?
No, I don't lie to them.
I mean, you've obviously never had kids before. You fucking lie to them. What do they fucking know? They're fucking like 9 or whatever. You just fucking lie to them.
I feel like we're going to have a disagreement about our parenting style, so I'm just going to drop the conversation there. All right. He kind of like takes a step back, orders around a couple of the groups. Man, that really got you, huh? And then you watch as one of the other Eladrin like kind of nods. The one that he referenced as Smiler, and they take off in the southerly direction. All right. He straps the 2 short swords to himself. Ready when you are.
Daniel,
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
just hate to break up the flow, but during
No
this
worries.
throng, there is something I quickly want to do.
Absolutely, man. Please, what do you want to do?
Sweet. I want to find like a piece of parchment, something that I can write on and write with,
Okay.
and to take notes. No.
You know, I wouldn't
and I
hate
want
that.
to
Continue.
I take notes during TD. And I want to write a message on this piece of paper, but I want to do it in such a way where I'm averting my eyes from even looking at the paper. I'm kind of just like really quickly scribbling it, not really thinking much about it,
Okay.
just to get the words on this piece of paper or parchment or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, this is confusing. And then as we're going, I want to slip that piece of paper incredibly dexterously into Joko's hand.
Okay, go to make a sleight of hand check. I'll say that whatever the message is. Do you want to say the message out loud right now, or do you want to wait until? Like,
Yeah, I'll say it out. Or well, yeah, whenever he decides to read it. I'll say
Okay,
it out
sounds
loud.
good. So go to make a sleight of hand check for me, bud.
Okay, 14.
All right. Joko, your passive perception is 11, right?
I think that's right.
All right, then you don't notice it, Joko.
But he's putting it into my hand.
You're putting it into your hand? Into his hand?
Yeah. In his hand. I want him to read it. Yeah, in his hand.
Okay.
What do you, as soon as I feel him touch my hand, I go, what are you fucking doing?
It's so dexterous, so you don't even feel my hand.
I mean, you
feel
didn't
the
notice
piece of
it.
paper in my hand?
You didn't notice it. So what I'll say is, like, you're strapping on your armor, right? You strap your gauntlet onto your right hand, and there's like a glove over the top of the surface of your palm. As you look away, you're like kind of tinkering with some other stuff. You look back, and there's a note in your hand.
The fuck? Do I recognize it as a note?
I mean,
Or
it's
just
a piece of paper with some writing on it.
The fuck is this? I'll like open it up and take a look at it.
All right. What does it say, Poe?
It says, I'm sorry. There's a reason I don't say everything. I don't know who's listening.
Why the fuck are there so many ellipses in this in this note?
Mid-sentence ellipses? Weird.
Yeah, gosh, he just isn't following the flow of the line. You need to like drive to the end of the line, you know? Gosh.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Indeed.
Is it that one line?
Sure, yeah, it's one run-on sentence with multiple thoughts in it. Exactly.
Was it just that one line? Was at the end of the note?
Yeah, everything I said was that was it.
Okay.
That's the end.
Does it have your name on it, or just that one line?
It doesn't have my name on it. I'm assuming Joko would understand. Maybe Poe will give him a
Joko's gonna look around
oh dear God.
Uh-huh. Poe, are
And
you
try
giving
and
him like a
see-
look?
and try and see. Like he doesn't. Joko has no idea. Joko's never seen Poe's handwriting before.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right, if I
So
notice
he's
him,
just gonna look around briefly to see if there's anybody looking at him.
if I noticed him searching like that,
Yeah.
I will look at him and do like a.
Yeah, just you want to make an insight check with advantage, I guess. Or
Me?
I don't know, perception check? Yeah, perception check. Yeah, Joko.
You said
Please
at
proceed.
advantage.
At advantage, yeah. Like, Poe isn't trying to hide it, you know? He's trying to, like, kind of signal you.
19.
Yep, you notice that Poe is giving you, like, some
Thank
weird
God.
gestures.
What was the text of the note one more time?
It said, "I'm sorry. There's a reason I can't say everything. I don't know who's listening."
Joko kind of narrows his eyes, and then balls up the piece of paper in his fist and drops it on the ground, and then goes back to readjusting his armor.
Solaris turns back to you. No littering on the... This is a natural preservation. And he, like, walks over and, like, cleans up after you.
That's fucking piece of paper. That's
It's-
fucking tree, in it?
It will
Isn't that from the
degrade poorly in this environment. You want to put it with the compost. Anyways.
You elves have a lot of fucking rules about what comes from nature and what doesn't, huh?
If I had to explain everything to a human, you would think like that. Of course you would. Polluting your skies and he starts muttering about environmentalism. Anyways, and as he like begins like kind of walking off, you all set your eyes, and he kind of looks at you. All right, I think we're going to try and start in a westerly direction. That's when most of the attacks have been happening, when they've been running up against most of our forces. but I haven't really traveled much deeper into there. We've been mostly just trying to fend them off at the border.
All right.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and start there? I'll lead us to the border, and then from there, probably need some help myself. Even though these are, homelands. Come on. And he walks over to the side of the wall, unless there's anything else that you guys would like to do in the city before you leave.
Oh, yeah. Can I just ask? I'm gonna turn to Solaris because this is we've all just been like walking. I
You guys
assume
have been
that Artie and I
prepping,
haven't
milling
had-
about.
I'm assuming that Artie has not really had a chance to like show me about any of this magic, or like it was just that quick conversation that we had.
Yeah, I think he'll want to help you out with that next time. Whenever
okay.
whenever he can speak.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, I'm just gonna ask Solaris.
Oh, okay, sure.
Hey, sorry, can I ask you something really quick before we go?
Yeah. What's on your mind?
This might be like something that needs to be taken care of over the course of time, and I know it's not really something that we have right now, but yeah, Artie was telling me about sort of the magic on this plane and how, it can be a bit chaotic if you don't know how to work with it.
Yes.
And I was just wondering, can you give me any advice on how to maybe not have to deal with the chaotic consequences?
Oh, right. That definitely does take some time to get used to. It took me, upwards of a year. Sure. Let me try my best.
Great.
I'm not exactly the most. I'm not exactly the most adept of arcane teachers, but let me see what I can do. He's gonna try and attempt to teach you. Go ahead and what did I have already do? I think he rolled a spellcasting modifier check, I believe. So that would be
Okay.
your charisma plus your d20 roll. Your charisma modifier
Okay.
plus a d20 roll. As he begins to kind of show you as best as he can. He's not quite as good at it as at teaching you as Ilfendra would be, or maybe even Artie, but he's trying his best.
Sure. It's a 15, 10 plus 5.
Okay. You start to you're trying your best to do it. Choose I would say that this probably is going to expend your lowest level spell slot, so a level 1 spell slot. And you're going to have to roll in the wild magic surge table for me.
Okay. That's a D100. Yeah.
So roll a d100 for me. Yeah, I was unfortunately a little bit underneath the DC that I set.
No worries. 13.
13.
D100.
Okay, you you cast confusion centered on yourself. So after a bit, you get really stunned. You're trying to think about the singing and pulling from the famed magics, but you end up just getting really confused to the point that as you're casting the spell, you're what was I casting again? And you even feel the effects of the spell, and Solaris has to kind of tap you out of it and say, "We're gonna try this a different time. Maybe a different teacher. I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Isn't confusion an AoE
So-
effect?
Is it an AoE? It's range 90 feet. The spell. Oh, each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere. So that's.
Oh, God.
I think probably everybody, huh?
I feel like
It's super
maybe.
effective.
Great.
You don't think that, he and I would have maybe, separated
Do you?
out from
Yeah,
the
maybe
group a
you two
little bit?
separated. I'll have him roll a wisdom saving throw. He was a natural 20. He's fine. I guess you have to roll a wisdom saving throw against your own spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 19 plus
Oh, yeah.
0, so 19.
You are normally confused just kind of doing this. No, you're not magically confused. But yeah. What is? Ooh,
All right.
Yeah. So you're okay. Didn't quite work out the way we thought. And he kind of looks at you. Yeah. Maybe we want to try a different teacher for this. Sorry, I'm better with martial things. Arcana isn't
Yeah,
really
it's
my
alright.
focus. I tried my best. Sorry.
No, thanks. It's fine. We'll just sort of see what happens.
Yeah. Best of luck to us. Maybe we'll continue this later. And he goes on and gets ready. All right. Cool. So as you guys begin leaving the edge of Sanctuary, the people singing, and as the walls kind of rise for you, the familiar sight, as you guys leave the premises of Sanctuary, I think, why don't we go and take our first break there, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go and take a break there. Awesome. Let's do it. All right, and we will see you guys in about 10 minutes. All right, see you then. Later.
Sweet.
And we're back. All right, so as you guys begin trekking out towards the west, on the first leg of your journey, Solaris takes the lead. As he, in his summer Eladrin form, the kind of like silvery golden armor kind of like glinting off in the twilight sky, he kind of like racing through the underbrush, like seemingly very, very familiar with these paths. You guys actually are somewhat struggling to keep pace with him as he continues to like just advance at a really, really steadily, a good pace in front of you all. And as you do so, the first hour or so is relatively uneventful. You see a couple of Eladrin also in the forest occasionally kind of meet up with you, dancing and jumping through the trees and then vanishing. You hear the odd occasional sound of some sort of fauna or some sort of like kind of like a wind rustling through various leaves and trees, giving off like a small like twinkling sound like wind chimes. And then after about the hour occurs, an hour and a half or so, you hear and like the pounding of what seems to be many feet.
Daniel, who's like leading? Like who's
Solaris is leading right now.
Okay.
I want to turn to try and gauge Solaris's reaction.
Okay, go to make an insight check.
You know how insightful I am.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a people person. That's a natural 1.
Natural 1. Dude, honestly, he's moving so fast. Dude, like, might be panicking. Maybe something, like, there might be something dangerous coming up.
I'm going to pull out my sword.
I'll message Cantrip Solaris and say, "Did you hear that?"
Yeah, of course.
What do you know what it is? Do we need to be worried?
Not at all. He purses his lips and brings 2 like fingers to his mouth and whistles, and then as you hear that, you watch as like kind of coming out is a pack of all of these dogs with these long like feathered tails. A similar sight for you guys who remember Arjuna. You see a pack of blink dogs all running through the forest. A couple of them are like chasing each other and laughing and like are kind of like running through the forest, blinking and teleporting between locations as Solaris himself is running through the woods. He whistles out again, and you watch the several of the blink dogs kind of like look up at him, and then they all like come in formation next to Solaris. He begins to slow down his pace a little bit, kind of waiting for you all to catch up. Says, "These are our hounds." And as he does so, you watch as there's about 3 little pups who are also running along and blinking along with the rest of the pack. He's like, "Come on, here, boy."
I'll sheathe my sword.
Kind of comes over. "Meet this one. This one is Telomere. He's my favorite." And he kind of like he kind of like brushes off and kind of pats the little pup on the butt and like gives it towards you all.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Yeah, hunting dogs. They're gonna do with scouting ahead. Yeah, no need to be worried. What you should be worried about is if you see a pack of displacer beasts. Now that's a problem. Oh, they're not demonic. They're just unseelie, you know. All right. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Scratches his belly. All right, come on, back up. And he like whistles.
Can I pet one of the puppies?
Yeah, go to make an animal handling check if you'd like to.
Hell yeah.
You sound
This
like
is
a
immersion.
10-year-old asking at the
At a petting zoo?
I'm at the county fair.
What kind of petting zoo has dogs? What a boring ass petting zoo.
What petting zoo has teleporting dogs? Dude, I want to go to that petting zoo.
That's a 7.
It's a
for
7?
petting the puppo.
As you reach out to like grab your hand, you're like, "Oh, hey there, you little cute thing." It bites down on your hand.
Hey, no.
It does 3 damage. 3 piercing
Fucking
damage.
really bit you.
Okay, good. Hey, yep. Okay, stepping back.
Hey. Tell me, come here. the pup kind of like comes back. He's got like a one solitary white stripe that comes all the way down from his head to his hind. He's like, "Oh, it's okay. You're a good boy." He kind of like scratches his cheeks. All right, now up. He throws out like what looks to be like a couple of like different like pieces of meat that they all snack on, and then he like whistles, and then they all start running off into the forest. Yeah. So things should be fine for the first leg. They'll accompany us at least to the border.
Great.
All right.
Charming.
You all ready?
Ready as we'll ever be, yeah.
Let's go. You halflings and gnomes, sorry for the long legs. I hope you can keep up. And he immediately starts sprinting off into the woods again.
Oh, yeah, of course. And I start, like, hustling so hard to keep up.
Emrin is also hustling, Artie in the back. He's like breathing hard, kind of shouldering his like his books and his and junkie on his shoulder and his various like gear as he's like kind of running through the woods.
This is Legolas like leaping over rocks. Gimli, Frodo, and Sam are like, "Oh God,
Dwarves are natural sprinters.
All right, as you all begin running through the forest. All right, as you guys now hit the second leg of this journey, or at least just the second part of this day, you end up hitting the border. There doesn't seem to be any sounds of any sort of conflict. You do see what seems to be a couple of camps on the edge, little tents and such around little lakes of a few Eladrin who are all kind of gathered and sitting, some of them eating some form of either like dried meat and fruits and such, as they look out at you all and they kind of salute the captain as he comes by. But unless you guys wanted to interact with them, you guys could keep going.
I think we'll keep walking, just following Solaris.
All right, fair enough. And as he approaches the edge of the camp, he turns back to you all. All right, this is where the extent of my knowledge fades. I think it would be good if I got some help tracking from here on out.
Oh, and I crack my knuckles.
All right,
Yeah.
bud.
Okay, let's see. Let me do some stretches. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be limber, for
Right.
the tracking. You can't,
course.
otherwise you're gonna lose your.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely. You need to stretch your eyes and your ears. Yeah, makes sense.
And your calves. Oh man,
Mhm.
your calves.
All right.
Fen has their hand on their hip and they're like staring down at Poe with one eyebrow kind of just cocked.
All right, Poe. Do you want to go to make a survival check and start leading?
I would love to.
All right.
It's a 22.
Ooh, nice. You track through. You guys, your kind of internal clock's going. It now is about. Oh man, you'd say like it'd be like the later portion of the afternoon. So you might have like a couple more hours of travel in you. And Poe, as you navigate this portion of the Feywild, you watch as the general form of the trees and the woods begin to start growing over, similar to how what you remember from when you guys were traveling through Baba Yaga's forest, but it still retains these like globules of light and the general form of the Feywild. But just things start to move in just a bit of a, I guess just like a little bit of a less welcoming way, a less overtly beautiful part of the Feywild. As you kind of note that, Solaris, as he's running alongside you, just watch out for Unseelie. They're not demonic, but they're not exactly friendly to us either. As you guys continue to travel through. But as you guys approach what seems to be the latter portion of your day, trekking through the Feywild, it opens up to a small clearing where there's like a little bit of a it looks to be like this somewhat, mushroom decorated like area where there's a couple of like these glowing mushrooms and various sources of light in this little clearing where the trees aren't so prominent overhead, and you can see the twilight sky kind of like the orange and gold colors beaming overhead. This relatively peaceful area that you can see, as it seems to be a relatively okay spot for camp.
I think this is we're gonna pitch camp, guys. This seems safe. What do you think, Captain?
I don't see why not.
I'll do a quick perimeter sweep.
All right. Go to make a perception check for me, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for some signs of demons or the
Ooh.
creatures that he just mentioned that I
Please
have forgotten
do.
their name.
Unseelie. Yeah.
Unseelie. 15.
15. Yeah. It seems to be relatively like it seems to be pretty peaceful. About you don't see anything that would kind of like signal you to any sort of danger or anything that would kind of tip you off to something being really out of place. The glowing mushrooms are rather pretty, and you've seen Emryn's getting curiously trying to approach them, trying to see if she wants to use them for cooking. It seems to be pretty safe.
Great. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. How do we want to set camp? How do you normally do it?
Well, normally Artie just casts this like little tiny hut, and then we all sit inside it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. And he starts going around and starts casting his tiny hut. All right, and after about 10 minutes, it's up.
So Emryn probably will make us some dinner, and then we just sort of settle in, take watches for the night. If that sounds
Boom.
all right to you, Solaris.
That sounds more than fine by me. All right, so as you guys are going, who wants to take what watch? Emryn cooks dinner. There's like a couple of like the glowing mushrooms that kind of provide light even in the middle of the tiny hut, giving these like soft blue and purple glows inside the inside. It's rather welcoming and nice. And who wants to take watches over which time period?
I'll take the last
I'll
watch.
You take the last watch.
In the
I'll take
early
first
morning.
watch.
In the wee early morning. All right.
Oh, yeah, it's in the morning.
Wee hours in the morning. Solaris will. Yeah.
I'll take the first watch. I don't know.
Okay, Solaris will take that with you, Fen.
Cool.
I'll take a little middle.
Little middle.
watch.
Okay, there'll be one watch in between where I'll have Emryn or Artie do it. Sounds good. All right. So night comes up. First watch comes up. Fen and Solaris, go ahead and roll perception checks.
16.
16. Yeah. Nothing seems to be too amiss. Solaris also gets a pretty decent one himself, and he doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. Just kind of spends the time, just kind of like, as you watch him, he pulls out what looks to be like a small, like dark oak wood, some sort of feature, and he pulls out a small little carving knife and starts to wet into it as you guys are taking watch.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Mhm.
Solaris, can I ask you something?
Yeah. What's on your mind?
Just been thinking a lot about my life here and my mum's life here, and
Yeah.
how did you know each other? You seemed close.
Yeah, she saved my life. Believe it or not. I was rather headstrong, and I was determined as a young lad to make my way back to the Feywild, where apparently my people were from, since I wasn't born here. And I made it through, brute forcing my way, and ended up horribly injuring myself. And as I was on the verge of passing out, there was this beautiful, dark-haired elven woman, dark eyes, and that was the last thing that I saw before I fell unconscious, and I woke up, and she was tending to me in the roots. We became good friends. I would fetch her, various poultices and items that she would want for her experiments or what she was studying. Fascinating stuff. A little over my head. She always talked about her dreams, yeah, and what I didn't completely understand her, she was, pretty valuable to me. There's a wistful kind of look in his eyes.
And when exactly did she meet my dad?
Oh Lord, I don't know everything. Regarding your
Well,
father.
I bet you know more than I do.
Yes, he's he is a proprietor of the arts in the Feywild. Eccentric sort. Yeah, he met your mother while he and his theater were coming into Sanctuary. And, took her away from us for a bit. I don't exactly know what happened in the intervening years. It was about 50 or so. And then, when she came back, you were with her. And
Oh.
told me that they had to leave. And you did. And then all sorts of problems happened in the Feywild, and they were blamed on your mother. As he's wetting, he one stroke of his knife cuts across the wrong side of the blade, and he goes, "Shit! I'll have to start on a new one."
Oh. Sorry. I know
It's
that you
alright.
guys don't really like to talk about this kind of stuff here, but appreciate it.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm not allowed to talk about it in the walls. Lady Aldenostra gets rather angry at the mention of, the theater, so... More of a personal grudge than anything. It's rather funny.
Well, why?
Well, let's say your father is a rather adventurous sort. Archfey don't take very kindly to when they're pranked or disrespected in any way. And your father's a right mischievous sort. Very similar to you. I can sense that you get that from him.
Fen kind of looks away when he says that.
Yeah.
Um,
Your father's not
You
bad.
keep
I
saying
just,
that-
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, you. I've been talking enough.
You keep saying that, he is mischievous, he is a proprietor. Does that mean that he's alive? Do you
Oh,
know?
yes. I haven't seen him in several hundred years, but he is alive.
Wow. Sorry, my head's kind of spinning. Should probably just focus on the watch then.
Yeah. Do you want to find him?
Honestly? No. No, maybe, I don't know. I never really knew him. Don't really see the point in trying to get to know him, and
Well, he might have
don't know.
answers to what happened with him and your mother. And why she left.
well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. It seems like we've got pretty big fish to fry, and I think I just got to make it through the next couple days, and then maybe I'll have a better idea of what I want to do next.
Alright.
But if you have any way of being able to sort of know where he might be, that's information that I would appreciate.
He's in the Feywild, for certain. I'll think on that.
Great.
I think my time for the watch is up. I'm gonna go to sleep. Take a
alright, yeah.
trance. Alright, good night.
Good night.
He falls into his trance.
Take a trance
And Fennel.
on me.
Fen will go wake up Poe.
Alright. Poe,
and
you're up.
Fall into their trance or something.
Okay. Poe, go ahead and, as you wake up, go to make a perception check, bud.
Okay. 16.
16. Yeah. Things seem pretty alright. Looks to be like a couple of bugs are kind of like traveling up and down the mushrooms like a column of ants. Yeah, just little signs of life here and there.
I'm gonna summon Abby
Mm-hmm.
and do a little non-demonic possession of her.
Okay, yeah.
And sort of, I guess, since I haven't seen this in a while, Poe's eyes like glaze over white, same color as Abby's, and I sit like cross-legged, and then I want to, as Abby, just fly straight up, and just kind of try to see what I see. If I see, like, as we're getting to more like a pestilent part of the woods, if there's any like a place of convergence or anything like that.
Great, awesome. As you summon your owl to you, the black feathered form of Abby kind of staring at you. There's a second of anxiety for you as you summon her, just wondering what's gonna happen. But she does come, and as your eyes glaze over, she flaps her wings and sails up into the night sky. So go to make a perception check with advantage for me because of her keen hearing and sight.
Her owl body.
And this is owl.
Oh,
this is her owl stats, by the way. Her owl stats.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. This is.
Sure.
It's a +3, so that's gonna be a 5.
Ooh. Yeah, even though
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Ooh, wow, okay. Even through the twilight night, as Abby's looking around, Abby's just, for some reason, your connection between you and Abby is somewhat like, it's like staticky. It's almost like you can't quite see through her eyes as easily as you're normally able to. Maybe you're not sure why, and you end up not being able to see much other than the fact the sanctuary is behind you. But you can't glean much of the information of, like, how many miles out is the corruption. You just end up fighting to try and maintain connection with Abby, and to no avail.
Okay, I fly back to the camp and re-enter my body.
All right, you do so.
Thanks, girl. Really, no hard feelings. Sometimes we don't pass the vibe check, and that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So, I pet Abby a little bit.
Abby, like, kind of snuggles down in her little owl way, where her feathers like ruffle up and her head kind of like disappears into her neck. And then at the end of it, you come to sleep at the end of your watch. All right. Next up is, do you wake up Emran or Artie?
I'll wake up Emran.
Okay, Emran. Meat. And she wakes up. She's gonna roll a perception check. Okay. All right. And as she kind of looks out, you go to sleep. It's the end of your watch. All right. And Joko. Emran does not come to wake you up. Emran rolled low enough that she fell asleep on her watch. But you might naturally come awake, Joko, so just go ahead and roll a constitution roll for me.
I mean, I'm a farmer. I wake up early anyway. That's
You
why I
do.
wanna
You're
take these
trained for
early
it.
ones.
You're very trained for it. This is true.
You want me to roll con, you said?
Yeah, just to see if you wake up. I'll say advantage because you're a farmer. You're used to waking up in the wee hours of the morning.
Icky 20.
Icky 20. Ugh, you snap awake from whatever sleep you were having. Just kind of like that feeling like when you instantly wake up from a dream and you're like hit with grogginess.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, you start to shake it off and start to get up. And you can't move your limbs.
I want to look at my, I want to like crane my neck up and try and look at my arms and legs.
You crane your head up to look, and you see that there are these like spider thin like ropes wrapped around you and your arms and your legs, tying you to the ground. And on each of these ropes are like small, maybe beetle-sized little people with dragonfly wings, all pointing these tiny, tiny, tiny bows, maybe no bigger than like your thumb, at you.
All right, and I'm gonna misty step. I'm gonna misty step. About like 5 feet away.
You watch as all of them like collapse and hit the ground. and all of them like turn up their bows and like turn to you. The giant's awake!
What the fuck is going on?
You see like maybe like several dozen of these tiny beings with like with little dragonfly wings, and you see that your friends are also sleeping and also have similar binds across all of them with all of these little tiny people on top of all of them.
What are you fucking doing? I'm gonna draw my sword.
You are trespassing on our territory! We will not allow intruders into our home! State your business!
We're passing through. Now you're gonna No, you're gonna unbind all of my companions right now.
How do we know you're not corrupted?
I guess you can say no and find out.
You watch as a couple of them glaze over their eyes and they kind of like peer at you, and you watch as their vision seems to like sear through you. And they look at you.
You're not corrupted. But you're not a good person either. We will
Yeah, you
not
want me to-
undo the binds of your friends.
You want me to prove to you that I'm not a good fucking person?
All of them kind of like spring back their bows. You hear like the highest pitched little like rubber band draw of hundreds and hundreds of little tiny rubber bands.
I'm gonna take a step closer so that my feet are like close to them,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna bend over. Go ahead.
All right, dude. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Where's my intimidation?
Or persuasion, but it's up to you.
No, I'm intimidating.
Yeah,
him.
it
This
seems
is
like
fucking
you're
intimidation.
intimidating. Yeah.
That's a 25.
Holy crap! You watch as some of them, like as you step forward, instantly scatter out, afraid, and a couple of them kind of go over. And this one who has this like bright green mohawk down the center, this small sprite, like kind of like stands up to each of them.
Fine. Undo their binds.
You watch as several of the others begin like to cut the ropes, and they like kind of the spider silk kind of all like detaches from each of your friends, and they all kind of like march up. This like all kind of like surrounding the area, kind of waiting to see like what you will do. They're still like in an armed and ready position, like aimed in case you do anything hostile, but they're not like currently like trying to do anything. They've now freed your friends.
Good. Now fuck off. And if you try anything like that again, I'll fucking squish you like a goddamn bug.
This is our home. We live here.
And they point to the mushroom that was inside your guys' tiny hut.
Yeah, and you
We're
know
just
what?
trying to live in peace.
Yeah, we didn't smash your fucking mushroom, did we?
You invaded our home.
I'm not inside your goddamn mushroom. Your home's the entire fucking
My
area.
family can't get through that dome that you made.
You watch as on like the other side of the dome, there's like a bunch of like these tiny sprites who can't get into the mushroom house.
Free us, and we will free you.
Fucking. God damn it. This fucking forest. I'm gonna shake Artie awake.
Huh? Oh, Joker, what's up?
There's a bunch of fucking little people around here.
What do they want? What do they ask?
Apparently we're inside their fucking mushroom house or whatever is inside of the bubble here. The fucking hut.
Okay. So you want me to get rid of the hut?
I mean, it's fucking already morning, so we might as well.
Yeah, fine. I still need another hour, Joko. And he dispels the tiny hut, and then he like
Wait, he does?
Yeah. If you want him to.
He didn't take a watch though.
Yeah. But you woke him up and you asked him to get rid of the tiny hut so he can get rid of the tiny hut.
But he hasn't taken a watch yet, right?
No, he hasn't. Are you?
Do I need more sleep?
No.
Because-
I was just doing flavor for like, he just woke up.
Oh,
and-
I was like,
It's this thing.
I'm
it's
not.
called it's called role play.
It's called
Andrew.
acting,
I don't
Andrew.
know.
I don't know if you've heard of it. No, like if he needs to wake up and
there
help
are
you guys
game
out.
mechanics, Daniel.
if you want him to stay awake for you, because like he's his rest is finished. He can stay awake and dispel the hut and hang out with
I
you.
mean,
all.
fucking sure. Go back to sleep. I don't care. Just get rid of the hut so these guys can fuck off.
Yeah, all right. Why are they here? And he dispels the tiny hut as it like kind of goes away, and you hear cheering from the other side of the mushroom as people like run in and like hug other sprites, and they all begin like entering into the little mushroom. But without that, a couple of them look up at you and say,
There! We have a truce!
Sure. Yeah. The fucking tree of the mushroom. I'll remember this.
they kind of like look up all you kind of confused.
Cause says from a giant.
What was that?
Says a giant. To us, you're really weird.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
And they all begin like walking back into the mushroom. All right, and with that, your night's watch comes to an end.
Where?
Yeah, as everyone takes a long rest and you guys wake up. Little kind of like spider silk strands on you. That are kind of like they're kind of like cut, but they're like it's like when spider webs kind of cling to you after you've like walked through one, and you're kind of like ugh, you're kind of like peeled in the back. You're like, what happened? But you guys all wake up, no harm, no foul. And you guys
point
are
out
ready for the day.
I point out the mushroom and say, "There's fucking little people in there. Let's just fucking get out of here."
Oh.
All right, yeah.
Emran, did you use the mushrooms to cook our dinner?
Huh? No, I did I?
Oh, thank God. Oh, you tell me.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know, Poe.
I love you. Okay. Great. Just hope we didn't eat tiny people. On we go.
All right. You guys kind of begin going on your way. You see a couple of on the top of the mushroom, there's a couple of sprites who kind of like fly up, and they all kind of like train their eyes on you like advanced scouts. They are a tiny little army, and they are adorable. But as you guys keep marching out, now having woken up and feeling good for the days, you guys begin setting up once more. Who wants to make the survival check? Poe, do you want to do it again, or do you want to give it to someone else?
I'll defer to one of my colleagues.
Okay.
I guess I can do it.
Okay, sounds good.
15 plus 5 is 20.
Ooh, nice. You can kind of like trekking through the forest, just kind of like navigating your way as best as you can. The early morning after you guys had eaten, and as you do so, you start to hear up ahead, after about the first hour of travel, these large like kind of sounds of pain, and these other sounds kind of emanating from like what seems to be a couple of yards ahead, directly in the path of your guys' travel.
Oh shit. Do you hear that, Solaris?
I do. I can't quite determine what it is from this distance.
Well, whatever it is, it doesn't sound good.
Alright, everyone, we should try to take cover and see if we can get a view of them before they spot us.
That makes sense. Quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I hop behind a tree.
Okay. Solaris begins drawing his bow and begins advancing silently. He is going to stealth. If the rest of you guys want to do stealth checks for me, as you guys begin walking up. Okay, not too bad. All right, what are you guys' stealth checks for me?
Wow.
It's a 10 for Fen.
Oof.
Oh boy, bad rolls.
That's a big 5.
Oh God!
And a 13 for me.
Okay, as you guys start walking up on this clearing or whatever's going on here. As you look out, you see one of the trees kind of like shake and collapse, revealing the head of this gigantic, like reptilian creature with a massive head and jaw like that protrudes forward from it. It has small tiny arms linked to its sides and this gigantic muscular body with this elongated tail thrashing about as its jaw is currently snapping out at other creatures. These serrated huge teeth, maybe about 2 feet in length each, emanating from its person. But this creature is injured as it thrashes about in the forest. You watch as the similar like creatures that you guys fought before in Sanctuary, those flying Vroks, are currently like scratching at its eyes and at its form. And there is another creature, the similar leader that you guys interrogated, of a demon currently assaulting this creature. This is, by all accounts, what seems to be all of these demons ganging up on this massive reptilian creature. What are you guys doing?
Oh.
Hmm.
I'm gonna climb up a tree.
Uh-huh. You're gonna climb up a tree, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is it from us?
I'd say you guys are probably around like 50 feet away right now, as you guys are still advancing.
I would like to try to cast enemies abound on one of the
Okay,
demons
sounds
and see if
good.
I can get them
I'd
to
say
just
that
fight each other before they
because
see
of
us.
your role, we'll go and wait on you. You can
Okay.
basically, as you start approaching, you watch as the head of the leader immediately turns and sees you all in the middle of the fray, walking up on you guys, and he yells out
Okay.
something in abyssal, and you watch as all of them begin like also turning their heads as this gigantic creature wails out in pain from it being assaulted. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and place yourselves where you think you guys would be as you guys are seeing this T-Rex being assaulted by a bunch of demons.
Holy shit.
Oh shit. Oh man.
All right.
Pog champ. This is a literal pog champ right now.
Okay.
He's here.
Wow, he's here.
Holy crap.
All
I did
right.
not know I needed dinosaurs in this campaign, and here we are. And I'm so happy.
All right. Oof. Solaris did not roll so well. That's real unfortunate.
Oh no.
That's really unfortunate. Oof. 24 Po. Nice.
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20. Good stuff. The demons
Wow.
also rolled a Nat 20, but they have a lower dex, so good job. So Poe's 24. Fen, you are 21. Pretty great. Joko, how about yourself?
10.
10. Okay. Unfortunately, Solaris rolled a natural 1, so he got a natural 20 and a natural
Oh,
1 right
no.
off the bat. It's real rough. Oh, nice. Perfect. You're already on the screen. And I think that should clean it up. Awesome. Cool. First up is Poe. Fen, you're going to be relatively up soon.
Okay. Did I make it to the top of a tree?
Yes, you did. So go ahead and place yourself. Go ahead and place you guys yourselves within like 10 feet of where you guys are right now, where you think you would be. What makes sense?
Okay. Is my thing busted? I can't move myself for some reason.
You can't.
Is my
You
Are
can't
thing
you
move
on
busted?
yourself.
mouse? Like select?
Yeah. Are you
tool?
on select?
I am.
It should be you. Can you? You can't?
Oh, now I can. Oh, it's kind of.
Hold on. Let me bring you back in. Here, let me try this again. Try that one. Is that one working?
Yes.
Okay,
that
good.
works.
Maybe you just needed to reload. All right.
Great. I'll be like in this tree, maybe.
Okay,
Does that
sounds
work?
good. That works for me.
All right.
All right, Poe,
And
you're-
So this is
Mm-hmm,
this is the captain here.
Yes, that's the captain there. You recognize his form from the others. Joko and Fen, you guys can also place yourselves where you guys think what you would be.
I think
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great.
I think
good,
I would be at the. Is Poe at the top of this tree?
Poe is
right
at the
here?
top of the
Where's
tree.
the
Yeah,
where's
he's scaled
the
it.
where's the like trunk? Can I be here on the ground and behind the trunk?
Trunk is
That's where I was
right
trying to
about
hide?
here in the center of the tree. Yeah.
Oh, could I be like here then? I'm on the ground,
Yeah, that works for me. That works for me.
All right. Well then.
trying to hide behind the trunk. In
Yeah,
my,
yeah.
Splint mail,
Yeah.
doing just a bad job. constantly.
Uh-huh.
I'll be tucked over here too then.
Chinka 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 chink as your as your metal rings out.
All right, I am going to pull out the bow of Corellin. I like calling it that now. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna take two shots on my dude over here, the captain. Oh my god, that's a 25 and a 26.
Woo, that hits. Go for it. Roll damage.
Okay. And I'm going to bonus action cast lightning arrow with through the bow of Corellin.
Nice.
So
This is all on this guy, yeah?
Yep, all
Lovely,
on the captain.
okay.
So that's gonna be. So it's 21 lightning damage on him, and then let me roll the regular
Ooh.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay, we love to hear it.
Get him.
Get him.
So 21 regular damage?
Or 21 lightning on him.
21. Yikes. Okay, nice hit. Damn, as the lightning arrow streaks from the top of the tree and slams into the form of the demon. You see it like kind of like shock and its muscles kind of like tighten up as like the electricity courses through it.
And that's going to be 22 piercing and 4 radiant.
Oh my god. Damn. All right, just a bunch of hefty damage right off the bat.
Yes, sir.
As the demon takes a huge hit, a rain of arrows just like slamming into its hide. Its forearms, the two like large lobster-esque claws, kind of like grasping out in pain, and the two smaller pincers underneath, kind of like also like kind of like curling, as it howls out in pain.
And I say, we're back.
Nice stuff. All right, Poe, that's the end of your turn. Next up is the demons. This one, in anger, turns immediately to you, and it reaches out with its left hand as like magic swirls from the center, and it like launches something at you as this like mist kind of like explodes out of the center point, affecting everybody within. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 24.
24, Joko, you succeed. You are not affected.
Damn straight.
15.
15, a 15, I believe fails. That fails.
Oh no.
I fail as well.
Oof. Okay, as the mist comes out and you guys immediately feel this haze. Fen, you feel this very clearly. You remember feeling this earlier today. You were confused. You were under the effects of the confusion spell.
Okay.
Meaning
what does
that
mean?
it means that at the so on your turns, you must roll a d10 at the start of each of your turns to determine what you have to do, and it'll be
God.
randomly. It'll figure out what you end up doing.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so that's them. The next two, these rocks are going to assault the T-Rex together as they still slam into it. They're going to make their multi-attack against it. 20 hits. 13 just hits. And then it needs to make a Constitution saving throw as it slams into it multiple times, dealing 19 damage from this one as the T-Rex howls out in pain. Oh, I need to add the T-Rex. What am I doing? He rolled a little bit better. He rolled a 4, I remember. Okay. And we were at... All right. Yep. This one is going to take its attacks. Shunk. It's a natural 1 for that one, as that one like swipes out, but the T-Rex slams its head against it and he falls to the ground, so he's no longer flying, this top one. But that first one is 11 to hit, so neither hit. But he does need to make 2 Constitution saving throws. Oh, ooh, and he does fail one of them. So he is now poisoned. And while he's poisoned, he takes 5 at the start of his turn. All right, cool. And that's the end of his turn. He's poisoned. All right, Fen, you're up. Joko, you're on deck as the T-Rex is howling in pain and thrashing about side to side.
All right. Let me roll a d10.
All right.
Oh, that's a 10.
Ooh, okay. Good stuff. So a 10, let me just double check the effects here. A 10 means you can act and move normally. So you're fine. You have your action and your turn.
Okay,
Just
awesome.
like normal.
Is the mist like obscuring anything?
No, it is not. It's dissipated now. That was just flavor for the spell and how it looks.
Okay. Cool. I am going to cast Enemies Abound, and I'm gonna use some meta magic to twin that, and I'm gonna try to hit both of the flying demons with it.
Both of the flying
So they need to
demons.
make. So they need to make intelligence saves.
Ooh, smart play. All right, cool. So the 2 of them are going to make their
Dumb
intelligence.
demons.
Let me see. All right, and rolling. Okay. Ooh, one of them rolls a natural 18 minus 1 though, so a 17.
Ooh, it fails.
Then the other one fails too. So both of them are affected by enemies abound.
Great. So, unless they're immune to being frightened.
They are not.
Okay.
They're not.
Cool. Great. So they regard all creatures that it can see as enemies. So every time that it chooses a new target, it has to select a target at random from among the creatures it can see within range of the attack, spell, or ability.
Okay, so they'll start talking to anybody at random. I just have to roll dice, basically.
Yeah. Anybody that they can see that's in range. So
Okay.
whatever that means to you. And
Sure.
then whenever they take damage, they're going to need to make that save again and see if they break the spell.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. You watch as this little like crown of shadow appears around them, kind of forming this like ring around their heads as you watch as their eyes are clouded over and they begin to like move erratically as if all of a sudden a bunch of more enemies are within the area as their wings flap about and they both kind of like screech out. All right. Joko, you are now up.
Can I take my movement
Oh,
real
sorry.
fast?
That was your movement. Yes. That was your action. You have your movement. Go for it. And Joko, you're after that.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to come a little bit closer, like behind this
Behind
tree.
the tree, taking cover. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, cool. Nice stuff. Your movement is there. That's going to be the end of your turn. Joko, you're up.
Yes.
I am going to hard charge this guy.
Okay.
Get right up here, and I'm gonna give him the L slash.
All right, go in, and as you drive your blade down, go to make your attack.
Actually, what I'm gonna do first is, as I'm over here, I'm just gonna point my finger at him and say, "Fucking coming for you."
Okay, so
and I'm going to use a vow of enmity against him.
You got it.
Well, I see within 10 feet of me, so I'll just run up here,
Yep.
and as I'm running, I'll point the finger at him and say, "Your time now."
Great. There's a swirl of shadow from you, that burst of light that kind of goes on, and you watch it kind of like start to envelop his form and start to curl around his legs as he has been targeted for elimination. All right, go ahead and make your attacks.
At advantage. That's a 30 to hit.
Woo! That hits. That wasn't a natural 20, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, all right. 30
I
to
can
hit.
go higher.
Let's go. 30 hits, very clearly.
Okay. The other one was a 29 too. So
I mean, obviously hits, yeah. But second attack?
second attack is
Advantage.
a 31 to hit.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I said, I can go higher.
That also hits.
All right, and I'm gonna use a second level spell slot for a smite on the
Great,
first
divine
one.
smite, nice. Shwoof, as magic explodes out of your blade. You did. Oh, both of you, Fen and Joko, you need to make D100 rolls for me because you cast Enemies Abound, and then Joko, you cast.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
A smite counts, right?
A smite does indeed count. That's correct.
It's a 60 for Fen.
A 60. Okay, let me double check that for you. And Joko?
That is. Hold on, I get to re-roll these. I've been forgetting to do that with Great
Nice.
Weapon Master.
Fen, you regain your lowest level expended spell slot. So that first level spell that you expended earlier today, you got it back.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 38 damage.
38 damage. Nice.
Magical slashing and radiant, for the
38
first one.
as another burst of energy goes out from that first strike. What's the
Wait.
second strike damage?
I'm gonna roll the D100 first.
Okay.
76.
76. Okay, as it goes off, 76, you begin to glow with a bright light for the next minute. That's cool. As you see, as after the smite radiates, the light does not dissipate away from Joko, but rather intensifies as you watch the smoke swirl around him and begin to emanate this like huge light off of him, like a beacon.
Sick.
Nice stuff.
Daniel.
Joko's gonna. Oh,
Yes, Fen?
Sorry. Is it the lowest level expended spell slot?
Yes.
Because the first level spell slot I used before we left Sanctuary, and then we had a long rest, so it should be
Oh.
that third level spell I just used, right?
Oh, then you're right. Yes, you're right. I forgot that you guys took a rest.
Okay.
You're correct. So you
Cool,
just get
just
that third
checking.
level spell slot back. Good job.
Sick. Thank you.
Nice. All right, Joko. Continue.
Joko's gonna look down at his hand
Yeah.
as like his new glowing hand and say, That's no. And he's gonna put his hand back on the blade and then do a nice an upward slash on the second one.
As the slash begins careening upward. By the way, I forgot. Poe, you're still blue, dude. It's been days and you're still blue. Just so you know.
I was hoping.
You're you're definitely dabba-dee dabba-die. Dabba-dee dabba-die. All right.
If I was green, I would die.
You're right. Second attack damage, please, because it hit.
Second attack damage, which was a 31.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be. I'm not going to use a spell slot for this one.
Okay, sounds good.
Actually,
Oh,
fuck it, dude. Yes, I am. I'm using a
okay.
level 1 spell. I'm using a level 1 spell slot.
Go for it.
And that's not 22 damage because of Great Weapon Master. It's actually. That's 3. 11. It's 8 more. It's actually 30 total. Magical slashing and radiant damage.
My gosh, he's taken a lot of damage. He's definitely looking bloodied, starting to get towards rough for sure. He's definitely.
And
rough.
then this is my roll 60.
60.
Yeah,
Okay,
on
I believe
the,
that is the same roll that that Fen made. So you also regain
Whoa,
your
yeah.
lowest
It
expended
is.
spell slot.
Hell yeah.
Nice stuff.
Lowest?
Yeah.
Dang it, I just did 1. I should have done another. I should have done another 3.
Yeah. All right.
So I got a 1 spell slot like Pug.
However, unfortunately, as he does try and maintain concentration on the confusion spell, it does hold. He did roll high enough on those concentration saves.
On
to be
both
able
of
to
them?
do so. Yeah, on both of them. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he rolled like a natural 18 and a natural 15. It was pretty high, plus his modifier. So, yeah. All right.
Bitch.
I know. Cool. Joko, that ends your turn. Shaka. Andrew, does that end your turn? You're muted, brother. I guess that's a yes.
I'm gonna guess yeah.
I'm gonna guess yes because he muted. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Next up is the T-Rex thrashing about. It is going to like turning about. Look at the one that has now made it onto the ground and is no longer harassing him from the air. And then goes to like chomp down with its massive maw onto the Vrock. It's going to make his attack, one with its bite and one with his tail. Oh, he rolls a natural 20. Oh my
Holy
god,
crap.
he does 67 damage.
Fuck.
Sheesh. As the Vrock is now inside of the Tyrannosaurus Rex's mouth, just kind of like flailing from inside, you hear the crunch of bone and the spilling of the liquid kind of slopping onto the ground of the Vrock just kind of screaming out in pain as the T-Rex like just crunches on it. And the second one is a 29 to hit. That is also as I probably can't tail attack the thing in its mouth, huh? So it's gonna attack the other one. So the other one is going to take 23 damage as it whips its tail from behind it. The Vrock, however, both of them need to roll in order to maintain their saving throws, right? Up to the intelligence save.
Yeah,
They,
that's
they
right.
both fail again. He rolled a natural
so
18, and it's -1, and it still fails. So.
Sick.
There's still enemies abounding. But this guy's now grappled inside the mouth of the T-Rex.
Fucking metal.
Sick as hell. All right. Next
Did
up,
the T-Rex do 120 fucking damage?
it did 67 plus 23. So that's 90 damage. 90 damage.
Fuck.
Wait, why is it
34 plus 33 is 67, and then 23.
Wait, is 33 its modifier?
No, 30. It rolled a crit. So it doubled its dice. Which is why it rolled a 34 and 33. It's friggin' insane.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, thank you, roll 20 for automatic crits. All right, because if I had to do that, it'd take me forever. All right, now Solaris' turn, who's kind of like slow on the uptake. He strafes over here, kind of slides into the canyon, drawing his bow, looking up at the Vrock that's been injured up at the top, and he lets out 2 bow shots from his longbow. Whoa, man, that would have been nice if it hit, huh? The first one, unfortunately, goes wide. The second one, funk, is a 27 to hit, a little better, as it does 17 piercing damage, and shunk into the side of the Vrock. The Vrock is looking like real bad, by the way. The one that is grappled inside the Tyrannosaurus Rex's mouth.
Tyrannosaurus
All right.
Rexes.
Tyrannosaurus Rex's. Okay, and this Vrock is now out of enemies abound. It is now no longer captured by that. It did roll high enough.
What did it roll?
It rolled a 19 minus 1, which is 18.
And if it's equal,
It equal
save.
if it saves.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Nice
Me to
stuff.
beat it.
All right. Meet it, beat it. Correct. All right. Poe, you are now up. You need to roll a d10 for me because you're still confused, buddy.
Oh yeah. Okay. 7.
7. You use your attack to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within your reach. If there's no creature within your reach, which is not your creature, you do nothing. So no one's next to you, I believe, since you're up in the tree. So you just stay there stunned as like the mist is like kind of like forcing your mind to, like, you can't quite grasp what's going on. And at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, I will do that.
Sorry, Fen, you were supposed to do that as well, so you can do that retroactively for me.
Oh.
Apologies.
That fails.
Okay, no worries. You're still confused.
Okay.
Poe?
Mine fails too.
All right, you're still confused, friend. What did you roll?
All right.
Just out of curiosity?
A 5 + 1, 6.
5 + 1, 6. And then Fen, what did you roll? Also out of curiosity?
Rolled a 1.
Oh, God! No!
Plus,
We are not wise.
Let's see
plus
what.
1.
Oh
So
my
2.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Cool.
All right, demons, do your worst.
Demons do worse. All right, so Poe, you do nothing as you're stunned in the tree, and the demons once again prep for another round of attacks. This one, the Glabresu, is not liking you too much, Yoko, as it looks at you, and it is going to it's gonna glare at you with its eyes, and you watch as a flash comes from its eyes towards you. I need you to make. Oh wait, how much HP do you have, buddy?
I'm full HP, 125.
125, right. You are stunned, as you have less than 150 HP. You remember this ability again, as this happened to you last time, and it was a rough time. As you are now, you feel your mind kind of like go blank for a second, as it, as just like this, whatever effect has just like left you like dazed and confused. The Glabrezu is going to retreat a couple of feet. Actually, as far as its movement will take it, which is 40 feet, I believe. It's gonna strafe back here. All the way to the end. Let me just double check. Yes, it is 40 feet. Right there. Boom. And it is, as it moves out of range, kind of staying away from you, knowing that you're definitely a problem. The Vrock, this one is going to like scramble and try and get free. That's all it can attempt to do because it is like freaking out, not knowing what to do. It rolls a natural 17, contested against the T-Rex, which rolls a natural 15. I have to imagine that the T-Rex wins, huh? Tyrannosaurus. Hold on. What's your strength score, bud? What's your strength score? Sorry. It's +7. Yeah. Yeah, it beats it. The Vrock keeps thrashing in the middle of the T-Rex's mouth. It's still not able to like get out, screaming out in pain. It's going to take its second one to just swipe up at the T-Rex with its talons. And that's gonna be that is not its talons. Hold on. Sorry, I'll just do this to get its talons done. That is going to be 15 to hit, which does hit, and it does 14 slashing damage. As the T-Rex like is getting a bloodied snout from just the hurt on that the Vrock is doing to it, but not much. The other one is going to make its random determination for who's going to get hit in its range. Okay, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll roll the d8. It's an 8. I need to roll that again. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it is going to run this way and towards Solaris. The T-Rex does get a reaction as it tail swipes at the thing, which is a 19 to hit and does 21 bludgeoning damage. Boom! And slams into the Vrock as it, boom, careens towards Solaris, and it is going to take its full attacks on him. That's a nat 20 to hit, but it doesn't do too much damage. It does 16 total. And then it does a 12 to hit, which is not hit. And then he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which he does succeed, so nothing ends up working. And that is going to be the Vrock's turn, and the two of them turn. Nice. So that's the demons. Fen, you're up. Joko, you're on deck. And Fen, you need to roll a d10
let me roll
because
that
you're
d10.
still confused.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's see.
It's super effective.
8.
8. You make a melee attack against a creature within your reach. Right now, there are no creatures within your reach, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're good.
I can do whatever I want.
No, there's not within 5 feet. No, you do actually nothing. You do nothing on your turn because you're
The
still
opposite.
confused. But you
Okay,
can make a
work.
wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
I would like to do that, and I would like to
Sure.
roll well. So let's see.
Let's go ahead and see
Let's
what
make
happens.
it happen. 14.
14 unfortunately still fails. You are
I hate it
still
here.
confused. Joko, you are back up, and the T-Rex is on
going
deck.
on,
I
man?
know this guy. You know, he was playing smart, and he rolled unfortunately really good initiative for that.
Ugh.
Sorry, Joko, your turn, buddy, and you are muted.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
let's
stunned. My turn's over.
All right, your turn is over. You can make a, I believe a Constitution saving throw now at the end of your turn.
Con save.
Con save, correct.
At advantage, you said, right?
Nope, just a regular con
Fuck,
save.
that is a 13.
You unfortunately fail, even with your great con. Unfortunately, you're still stunned, trying to fight through the days of confusion, as these demons are doing a really good job of fending y'all off. The T-Rex is now up. T-Rex is not confused. The T-Rex is angry. It is going to take a little bit of poison damage on its turn. Oof, just a lot. It is going to chomp down even further on the Vrock in front of it. That is a 27 to hit. That hits, and it does 25 piercing damage. You watch as it snaps down. The wings snap off and are torn off of the face of the Vrock and fall onto the ground as it swallows the Vrock whole, as this thing is now in the gullet of the T-Rex, and the T-Rex roars out in just a rage and just in pain. And then it is going to, what does it want to do? I'll just roll this to see. Okay, it is going to run this way, stomping towards this Eladrin, and is going to make its tail attack against it. Boosh. 19 to hit does hit and does 24 bludgeoning and slams into this guy. He's taking a lot of hurt. All right.
Wait, did he attack the Vrock
He
or
did attack
Solaris?
he attacked the Vrock, yes.
Oh, okay.
The Vrock poof, slams into a Solaris has to dodge out of the way as it, like, the Vrock kind of like sails past him for a second and then reflaps its wings to gain its composure again. And the Vrock gets to roll for enemies abound again and fails. All right, and next up is Solaris. Solaris is going to team up with this T-Rex. This T-Rex slamming on him, Solaris slamming on him as well. Like, it's a double team of freaking the Sentry. He's going to do as long as... Oh my god, dude! What are these nat 20s? Holy freaking crap.
I have one.
Alright, the first one is going to be a 12 to hit, which misses, but the second one definitely does hit. And so that does a total of... Oh god, 24 plus 13? 24 plus 12, sorry. 20 plus 4 plus 13, which is 37. Which is enough as he carves up through the Vrock and slices it in half. Flames trailing off of Solaris' blade. The Vrock is sliced in half and dies.
Hell yeah.
All right. As he looks up, he kind of looks up at the T-Rex and kind of like gives like a little thumbs up, but the T-Rex growls down at Solaris. Poe, you're up.
All right. See if I have better luck on this D10 in the chat.
D10, please.
4.
Okay, on a 4, you don't move or take actions this turn, but you do have a reaction. And a bonus action.
All right.
And a bonus action. Oh, I guess
And a
actions
bonus.
actions include bonus actions, unfortunately. So yeah, so you have a reaction. That's it. Go ahead and make a
progress.
go to make a wisdom saving throw, bud.
Okay, I'm gonna roll that in here as well. Let's see.
You guys are just stun locked this whole time. Oh.
I know.
But luckily they can't do.
Oh,
There you
nat
go.
20
Nice!
plus 1.
You shake off the effect of the confusion, and you are now fully like clear in your head, and you see the that demon, the Glabrezu, that lobster-like horrible carapace demon in the back.
Oh shit! All
All right,
right.
Poe, that's the end of your
You're
turn.
mine, buddy.
Demons are up.
Yep.
This guy is. What does he want to do? He is going to. And there isn't much he can do. He is going to. Actually, as he sees you shake off the confusion, as you like kind of like stick in the trees, he is going to cast Fly on himself, dropping confusion. Then you're no longer confused. And
Fuck
he is as he
yeah.
flies, he begins to sail off away from you all, going as fast as he can, going with his 60 feet this turn. So he's now about 10 feet off screen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 20 feet off screen, sorry. All right, and that's going to be the end of his turn. Fen, you are now up.
All right. Let's see if I can get close enough to this motherfucker to do anything. how far will he be? 65. He's how far off screen? 20 feet?
So that'd be 70, so 90 feet for you. 90 feet away from you.
Damn. 90 feet away from me currently, or?
Yes, 90 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because you did that
Great.
from your location, I think, right? That was your arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, sorry, that was an
Oh
arrow, so,
no,
let's see.
he yeah
30. 60.
145 unfortunately. 145 feet away from you. It's pretty far. You can move up though. You can
20,
move up with
okay.
your movement. 30
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. 60. Man, I really did not choose a lot of spells that had very good range, did I? It's normally not an issue. Alright, I can't get to him really in any way that is meaningful. How does the T-Rex look?
The T-Rex looks pretty injured, and it's kind of heaving and panting. It seems to be in like this adrenaline-induced like rage, just kind of looking around and thrashing about.
Alright, I'm going to try to put this guy out of his misery if I can. And I'm gonna just hit him with Finger of Death.
Okay. Go ahead and that's an attack roll, yeah?
No, it's a
Dexterity saving throw?
Constitution save.
It's a Constitution save from the.
But
T-Rex.
actually, okay, wait, actually, hang on, sorry. Let's do. I'm gonna. Oh my gosh, sorry, this is the most scattered turn ever.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm gonna summon. I'm gonna summon my dog.
Oh, okay. Your hound.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send him up so he's like eye level with the T-Rex, and he's gonna be kind of like running circles around him, like weaving him in shadow, hopefully scaring
Sure.
him a little bit.
From the shadow of the trees, the hound appears and leaps out into the daylight, like smoke and shadow, forming the best good boy you've ever seen.
Yes, and then I'm actually not gonna go for Finger of Death. I'm gonna go for Blight. I'm gonna upcast it at 5th level, so let's have him make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage unless he is immune to being frightened.
He is not immune to being frightened, and he's going to make the Constitution save. Disadvantage. Ooh, same roll, but it's a 5 and a 5, which fails.
Cool. So he's gonna take 8d8 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Or actually 9d8 because I upcast it.
98. Okay, so roll 98 for me, please.
38.
Okay. The T-Rex is looking very rough. Very rough. Did you want to make a bonus action attack with the hound?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, sounds good.
He'll chomp.
Chomp.
Bite.
Bite. Chomp.
So he rolls. What is
Oh, this is
the
all against the
19 to
T-Rex?
hit?
This is all against the T-Rex, correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ben wants to
Sad
put
face.
the T-Rex out of its misery.
Oh no.
It's a 21 to hit.
21, that does hit. Gonna roll damage.
All right, so he's gonna take. Roll 2d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage as it bites down into him. The T-Rex roaring out in pain as your spell takes effect, and up from the ground, these smoke tendrils reach into the T-Rex, and you see its veins blacken as blight affects across its form and its body. The T-Rex howling in pain as it begins to careen over, and the earth kind of shakes from its impact and its misery. As your hound bites into it as well. It seems to be, kind of on its last legs. All right, Fen, if that ends your turn, would you like to move anywhere?
Yeah, I'll take my movement. I'll come 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
Okay. Joker, you are up. You can make your Constitution saving throw for me, bud, to not be stunned anymore.
6.
Brother! You're still stunned, dude. This is so rough.
Oh no.
It's now the T-Rex's turn. The
Oh
T-Rex...
shoot, hang on, let me roll a d100, Daniel.
Oh, because you cast... yes, you did cast a spell.
Yeah.
Thank
Did
you.
the demon have to roll a D100?
It did. Nothing occurred for
Oh.
its one.
18.
18. As you cast the blight and it takes hold, this triumphant and kind of like you just kind of feeling this kind of sadness for just this creature, but wanting to put it out of its misery, and you kind of focused in it. You don't even notice as you kind of like reach up to like just kind of grab your face, and you feel this long beard on the front of your face,
God.
made out of a bunch of feathers.
Oh, hell yeah.
LOL.
A bunch
We're
of
looking
black
badass.
feathers on your face, forming a very, very magnificent beard. All right.
Incredible.
It is now the T-Rex's turn. The T-Rex is going to what is it going to do? It's in fight or flight mode. So it's been in fight mode. Okay. Yeah, it is going to take its tail swipe against your hound, which is 25 to hit, and the hound dissipates to nothingness. Blasts off in smoke, and it is going to try and roll to see who it's going to attack between you all. It is going to run up towards you, Fen, the one who injured it, and it howls in pain, and it is going to reach out towards you to bite you
No.
in anger. That is a 26 to hit.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Yeah, it hits
That
as it reaches down in pain and chomps down on you and reaches you up. The teeth just kind of slamming and scraping into your armor. Some of it kind of like piercing past, and you feel like this horrible crunching and piercing sensation as it pierces the side of your stomach, and as it like clomps down on you, doing 37 damage. You are restrained and grappled.
Oh god. I'm gonna shout out, I'm sorry, I didn't want to hurt you, but can someone please kill this thing?
Oh.
This is the plot of Jurassic
Solaris is up. Says, you take care of it and put it out of its misery. I'm going to take care of the demon. And he runs up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action, he's going to Misty Step. 20 feet. Oof, and he lands with a flare as fire burns through the water and kind of forms this mist that evaporates around him. And he's going to draw his bow and launch 2 more arrows towards the demon.
Fuck yeah.
1, 27 hits. 2, 14 unfortunately misses, but the first one does 11 piercing damage. Thunk as it sinks into him, and that guy also needs to make a concentration save, but he succeeds and keeps his spells up as he's still able to fly. All right, Poe, it is your turn. The demons are on deck.
All right. No longer confused.
You're no
feeling
longer
fresh.
confused.
The demon's flying, yeah?
The demon is flying, and it is 130 feet away from you.
No fucking problem. I spot it with my sick-ass eyes, and I cast Earthbind on it.
120 feet away. Okay, go. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Strength.
Strength saving throw. Okay. It rolls.
He's lobster though, Monkus.
Its strength. Oh, it has a really good strength score. That's it's a 20.
Oh,
Icky
yeah,
20.
that
Yeah.
saves.
It's very strong
Okay.
as tendrils of earth begin to reach up towards the sky, towards the Glabrezu, and grasp around it. But it takes its pincers down and breaks and shreds through them. Its gigantic muscular like torso like just shredding through the earth and allowing it to keep flying.
Damn, okay. I see that. Instinctively click my heels together.
Bonus action, nice, and you have a hasted action.
And I'm gonna... How much movement to get off this tree? If I'm like doing like hopping down the branches as I go, maybe something like that.
I'd say that's determined by an acrobatics check, so go and roll an acrobatics check for me.
All right. It's my acro again. Okay.
Or athletics, I'll allow athletics.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay. In that case, 24.
Yeah, 24, no problem at all. You expend about 5 feet of movement as you jump down from the tree, and you don't take any damage. You kind of like forward roll, dissipating the impact, and you are there.
Great. Then I'm going to use the remainder of my movement to
Okay.
get right next to Solaris. I'm a little ahead of him.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my
Remember,
second
you have
action.
50 feet of movement now, right? So that was 45 feet?
Yeah, I did 40 because I
good,
jumped
good,
down
good.
5 and then 45.
Great.
And then I will pull out the bow, and I will make one single weapon attack on the guy.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack, please.
19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll
And
damage.
then I'm gonna add on lightning arrow. So that's gonna be...
Wait, is lightning arrow still up, or was it dissipated? Because you.
It dissipated, but I'm going to use 2 charges to cast it again.
But you use your bonus action to click your heels.
You're
To cast
absolutely right.
haste. Yeah. So
You are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I'm just going to do regular fail not damage,
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
which will be 16.
16. That's a good roll.
2 of that is
16.
radiant.
This demon looks. It looks very, very rough. Maybe even on death's door. But not quite
call
dead.
that
As
out.
the arrow explodes against it in radiant light.
It's looking rough. Maybe even on death's door.
Nice. All right.
And that's my turn.
Next up is the demons. He is going to go his full movement in action another 120 feet away from you all.
Oh, shit.
As he
How far is he
sails
away
over
from
the
us now?
trees, he's now from Poe, who was the closest. From Poe, he is he is like 195 feet away from Poe.
Oof.
Fuck.
All right. All right, Fen, you are up. As you're
Alright.
grappled currently and restrained within the jaws of this gigantic creature.
Can I use Shocking Grasp as a melee
Oh, sorry.
spell
I need
attack,
to. I need
so-
to roll another concentration save. On the demon, it does succeed. It's unfortunate. Yes, Fen, go ahead and go again. What did you want to do?
If I use Shocking Grasp, which is a melee spell attack, do I need to be able to like move to do it, or can I just like try to electrocute its mouth?
You
while
can
I'm, like-
try. Yes, you can try and electrocute its mouse. You are, however, mouth. You are,
Its
however,
mouse?
in the. You can electrocute its mouse. But you are restrained, which means you'll be taking this at disadvantage.
Okay. I'll
But
give it
you,
a
because
shot.
of your wand, you do have a +2 on top of what you normally
Yeah.
have. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, first roll is not good.
Okay.
Second roll is not good either. It's a 5 and a 6, so 5 and 12 is 17 to hit.
Oh wow, 17 still hits.
Okay, great. So he's gonna take 3d8 lightning damage. Ugh, that's terrible.
7.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you're gonna reroll one of those?
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll all of them actually,
Oh, okay.
because I can reroll up to 5 dice.
Yes, you
so
can with
we'll
your
just try it.
with your sorcery points.
Yeah. Try again. 17.
17.
Lightning damage.
How do you want to do this?
Better. So Fen, like, grasped in his mouth and sort of unable to move, is gonna say one more time, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry." And lightning springs out from their hands, and the mouth of the T-Rex sort of like lights up with this electric energy as it, in shock, like opens its jaw and drops Fen to the ground, and it stands there looking down at them for a second and sort of sways from side to side until its knees buckle and it falls down onto the ground.
You do watch as the lightning does course through it. It looks at you with a little bit of, like, almost like a sadness in its eyes, and also like a confusion and maybe even a thanks, as it, and its giant form sends clouds of dirt and clumps of grass flying around it from its crumpled form in the forest as the T-Rex dies. All right, Fen, that was your action. You are now free. As you did, though, you fell from the mouth and boom, slammed on the ground. You are going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you were, like, up pretty high up in the air and slammed into the ground when the T-Rex dropped you.
All right, no worries.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use
Can I go
my movement. Oh,
grunting softly?
Grunting sounds.
Defend.
can I do anything to help Joko?
Yeah, you can
He's
go
like-
ahead. You can go ahead and he's currently like stunned. You can see his body and his muscles like currently locked up in his mind. In his mind, he's like currently like really struggling. How do you want to help him? How would you like to try and help him?
I'm gonna walk up to him and sort of like put my hands on his shoulders, and give him like a little shake and be like, "Joko, it's all right. You're right here. It's fine. Shit." And, like, give him a little smack on the face.
Oh, okay,
Or,
okay.
like, snap him out of it.
All right. With the smack on the face, Joko, you can take this next saving throw at advantage.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
It is now my turn. Come on, baby.
Daniel,
Oh,
I did
it's
a
a
wild
21.
magic roll for
Yes,
earlier.
I did see
forgot
that.
to-
For right now, nothing happens. You seem okay.
Coop.
That's a 21, Daniel.
21. Yes. All right. So you succeed, and you're no longer stunned. Having been stunned for 3 rounds in a row, you are fine.
But that's the end of my turn, right?
It is now the end of your turn. Yes. As
Okay.
you come and you see the demon getting away.
How far away is the demon right now?
It is from you. It's like 220 feet away.
Okay. And is Poe chasing after it?
Poe is currently. Yeah. It seems like he's chasing after it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Poe, you open your mouth to say that the demon looks pretty bad and is running.
Uh-huh.
As you open up your mouth to say that, instead of words, you see pink bubbles kind of floating up from your mouth, and there's no sound that comes out. All right, Joker, that ends your turn. The T-Rex is dead. It's gone. Solaris is there.
R.I.P.
Gosh, can he get in range? I think he might have to take these at disadvantage, but if he runs up his full 30 feet, he's still, gosh, 160 feet away. What's a longbow's range? It's 600 feet. Damn. Okay, he's gonna take his attacks at disadvantage and try and hit the demon. He was like
Yeah, man.
single-mindedly focused on it. Come on, Solaris. I apologize that he's doing so much damage. That's a 20 to hit. That hits. Does 14 piercing damage. Oh my god, he's on death's door. As the arrow sinks in, but you watch as the Glabrezu almost topples out of the sky. He does topple out of the sky, actually. He does topple out of the sky and boom, careens into the dirt somewhere in the forest, and you do not see it. If a demon collapses in his forest, does it actually happen? Does anyone hear it?
I mean, you're the DM. Tell me.
You hear a and a skid to a halt.
That's one philosophy question answered.
You guys are out of combat. But you guys don't know what the state of the demon is.
Interesting.
Yeah. You see the demon like fall out of the sky and poof, collide onto the forest floor out of view.
Do I have any time to do anything as the demon is falling?
As a reaction, what are you trying
When
to
I
do?
can still see it?
What would you like to do?
No, I would want to take an action
If
if I have time. While it's falling out of the sky, if we're out of initiative
it would
order.
technically be. I'd say that as soon as it hits the ground, you can do something. But what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? What do you
I
want?
want to be able to see it. I want to cast a spell.
Make a dexterity check for me. We'll see if you're fast enough. Because it's careening out of the sky. It's like he got slammed with an arrow and just poof, falls.
Fuck, 7.
Right, 7. Yeah, unfortunately, as you're like reaching out trying to do something, you poof, falls out of view and slams on the ground. If you rolled high enough, I would have let you.
Damn it!
Okay,
I was fucked up my cool thing I wanted to do.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
So one, there's like wild music or something happening outside. So if you hear like weird drumming right now, I apologize.
Lol.
Drumming and
Oh,
like
I can hear it.
saxophone.
All right, but Joko, your vow of enmity fades.
Oh, it does.
It does, because that's what happens when something dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it fades.
You might want to mute yourself when you're not talking, Gavin.
Lol.
Yeah, I think that one was coming through Becca too. It's great. Do you call that out, Joko? That it's
Yeah, I say that it's dead. Fucking thing.
Oh shit. Okay. I start running towards it.
All right, you do. You start running towards it in the fields, trying to see, looking for the crushed branches. And as you run up about, gosh, it takes you about 200 or 100 to 200 feet, but eventually you do come in front of it, and you see that the demon has collapsed on the ground and is dead.
It's like there's no consciousness left at all.
No, it's like neck has snapped, and it is currently having fallen down and is lifeless on the ground. And even at this moment is starting to melt into the ground.
Can I like check its person for anything?
Does
Does it have pockets?
Go to make an investigation check as quick as you can for me.
Okay.
Hey, Gavin, you really gotta just mute yourself if you're not talking. That noise is
No,
fucking
yeah, I
annoying.
know. I know. It's a 3 total.
It's a 3 total. You see
For the
nothing
investigation, yeah.
as the demon just like vanishes out of view and it melts into the ground, no longer able to have anything. As you're trying desperately, but its form just kind of like just dissipates out of your grasp as your hands just go straight through it. All right, but the demon is confirmed dead. As Solaris kind of comes down. Solaris comes over to the T-Rex's fallen form, and to you, Joko, and to you, Fen, and places a hand on the T-Rex. I'm sorry, great creature. I'm sorry that we weren't fast enough to save you.
Fen places a hand on the T-Rex as well and says, I'm really sorry.
Well, you put it out of its misery. That is a kindness that I'm sure even it could not understand. Well, it seems we found demons. That means we're on the right track. Especially if they're assaulting creatures of the wood. How are you feeling, all of you? Fen, you seem to have taken quite a bit from the T-Rex.
Yeah, I've been better.
What does Fen look like? What are her injuries?
Yeah, what are their injuries?
Well, they've got like open gaping wounds in their side from the T-Rex fangs, I assume, and sort of they're like bunching up their elven cloak of protection, trying to just sort of like stop the bleeding. And they're gonna say, I've got some healing potions. Maybe I should, down the hatch, unless you wanted to do something about Joko.
That depends. Do you want me to?
Yeah, if you can. I feel like better to save the potions for if we really need them, right?
We could take a bit of a rest here, just for an hour or so.
It's not exactly fun.
No, it isn't.
When I, if you remember, Fen.
Has Joko ever done lay on hands on Fen before?
No, he hasn't.
But Joko has cast remove curse on Fen.
Oh yeah, that was pretty painful.
And that kind of burned all up your arm as the curse was removed.
Yeah, it wasn't the flame tongue dagger that burned you; it was Joko.
And then Daniel, how much healing would I get from a greater health potion?
That is a greater health potion is, I believe it's 2d4 plus 4.
Oh.
Yeah, 4d4 plus 4. 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, okay, I was like, it costs 50 gold pieces.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't
4d4 plus 4. So 2d4 plus 2 is the regular healing potion.
Gotcha.
You can
maybe
also
we just take a little break here.
Rest too. Yeah.
Like Solaris said, I mean, we just fucking kill the T-Rex. Nothing probably coming over this way, huh? Or whatever the fuck this thing is. Do I know what a T-Rex is?
Make a history check, dude. Or animal handling? Make an animal handling check, dude. You know what?
Animal handling check? I don't think being a farmer is gonna help me out that much. I'm gonna retcon that and say I have no. I'm gonna retcon that and say whatever the fuck this big fucking lizard is.
The one time I want to let you use your animal handling check, you refuse. All right, I see how it is.
I mean, I just can't be like, oh yeah, my experience as a farmer.
Yeah.
Working with
I remember
cows.
using a fucking T-Rex to plow my fields. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Stegosaurus had his big fucking tail, and he was just using that plow.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Continue.
But probably nothing's gonna come after us if we just took out whatever the fuck this thing is.
Bit of a rest might not be the worst thing.
Hey guys. Yeah, the demons. Woo! Oh, that was a sprint. Yeah, demon's gone. Dead and gone. Kind of just melted away.
Yeah, that's what
are
I
we
said.
Doing? Oh yeah, okay, cool. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh.
I think we're gonna take a bit of a rest. Just.
Oh yeah, you're bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that. Cool.
Right.
All right. As you all kind of collapse from exhaustion of trying to fend off this attack, you all begin to take your short rest. I think that's probably a good place to call it for today, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't we do
I
that?
think so.
I think so. As you guys begin to enter into your short rest, that'll be the end of our game today. All right, well, hey, thank you all so much for being here. There were some crazy things that happened in chat, by the way, while we were doing all this. We had a hype train. We had, like, so many people subscribe. Thank you to the Mason Potato, Sweet Nectar, to Agent K3476, for Bex Row for subscribing, Agent K for giving out another, like, gifted sub, and then also thanks Sweet for giving out a tier sub to a tier 1 sub to Nice Who Lied To. But yeah, y'all, this is the game. Thanks so much for being here. Just so you all know, we are going to be on break next week. We know that we've been kind of going pretty crazy for the last 8 weeks or so. So we're going to be taking a break next week. But don't you worry, we will be running reruns on the channel during that time while we are gone. So if you guys have been missing any of the sessions thus far, you can catch up next week, and we'll see you there. It should be pretty fun. And then you guys can look forward to, on the 23rd, most of the cast will be getting together for Stop, Talk, and Roll for the interview show. So we'll be doing that. We'll be picking back up with our regular stuff the following Saturday from next week. So we won't see you next week, but we'll see you the Saturday after that. We love you guys. Thank you so much for bringing us to Affiliate. Thank you so much for all your crazy support. We love you all so much. Yeah, be kind to each other. Love each other out there. We're so thankful for you. And this is Stop, Drop, and Roll. Signing off. Bye-bye.
Pew, 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 pew.